Entering the Mayo experience.
Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by DraftKings. This is the updated version, the cobbled together version of the best of CUST Corner throughout the football season. So remember to smash the like button, sub to the episode, sub to the CUST Corner playlist, and always, if you're looking for more CUST Corner in the audio version, just search CUST Corner on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Leave a review while you're up there too. If you need to get through the holiday season, the CUST Corner audio feed is where you want to be at to kill hours and hours of time. You can find the links down in the description. But without further ado, this is Part A of CUST Corner 36.
CUST Corner, it's CUST Corner. CUST Corner, it's CUST Corner. He's got the hottest takes with the highest stakes. He should be president of the United States, but it's CUST Corner, it's CUST Corner. CUST Corner,
Well, I was spending time thinking about what to talk about this week, and then the great event happened on Friday evening, which made it impossible to talk about anything else. In that, Pat and I were recognized by a fan as we went out to dinner, and it was such a great experience. So we go to this place. I had never actually been there before, and I don't know if Pat's been there before. He said he's ordered it online before, but I don't know if he's actually been to the restaurant. So we walk in, the two of us and one of our buddies, and other people are going to be joining us in a bit. And the gentleman takes us to our table. And the server, whose name is Adam, by the way, Adam said, here you guys go. And then as he's walking away, he says, oh, by the way, Tim, we don't have any Diet Coke here. Sorry. And so I am completely caught off guard. And I look at Pat. I assume, okay, this is a setup. I'm no fool. I've been played with in the past by Pat and friends trying to get me going. So I'm very suspicious. And we're talking about it at the table saying, is this a setup? What has Pat done? Did he call when he set the reservation? But then we sort of let it go. I look at the menu, and indeed, there is no Diet Coke. And I'm like, okay, well, like, what am I going to order? And I asked the server when he came by, he's the different person. And I said to him, so what do you have for Diet Pop? And he said, well, we have this thing called Zevia, which is a Diet Cola, which is this clear Diet Pop that is, there it is. That if you're watching the video, there it is. It's got stevia rather than aspartame. It's clear. It's not good. It was not good. It barely tasted like cola. I did not care for it. And so, we're having our drink, and the meal shows up, and Adam shows up again, who's not our server. He was like, he seated us, and he said, how was that Zevia? And I said, oh, it wasn't very good. He said, yeah, I figured it would. And then out comes the champagne bucket, and out comes a bottle of Mexican Coca-Cola, because that's what they have. So like the Sugar Cane Coke. And I was so excited. And he said, at that point, Pat leans in. And that's how I knew it wasn't a gag, because Pat leans in and goes, how do you know us? And he said, oh, man, I'm one of your, I listen to you guys all the time. There he is. I listen to you guys all the time. I'm a huge fan. And so he brought me the DC and obviously the champagne bucket, because he watches the show and he knows the stories. And it saved the day. And promised us a curse-free meal. Called me Top Cat on a couple of occasions. It was just perfect. So thank you. It was the great way to be recognized. It's one of those things where, like, like John Lennon or some other famous person, like wherever you go, everybody knows who you are.
John Lennon and Tim Andercust, the world's two most famous people.
No, but like if you're John Lennon or you're Mick Jagger or you're or Paul McCartney or whomever, like everywhere you go, everyone notices you. You don't want that type of fame. Like, just to be recognized by a fan and for someone to be genuine and kind was great. Saved the day, and it was a great experience. And so I try to be man of the people, and this sort of like verified that I try to be man of the people. Thank you again, Adam. It was a great experience.
Was this the greatest night of your life?
This is what someone said to me yesterday, that I was beaming still. And this is days later, and I was still beaming. And it was very gratifying for someone to recognize the show and say that they're a fan, and I was very pleased about it. This is as strange and funny and rewarding as that Twitter photo that guy took of some guy in Munich watching the show at 1 a.m.
everyone else at the table got a pretty big kick out of it the entire night, especially because it was the second time that this has happened now, that someone brought you Coke when there was no Coke available.
Yes, it's really quite something else. Like, it's become a trademark. I'm glad that people know what it is that I require when I go out to eat. And I'm a very simple man. I want the world's most popular product of soda. And if it's available, then I'm a happy man.
So Geoff,
all that's left to top this is you at the mall in Christmas time in a busy line, and you get pulled aside to like a special cash register to cash out, right?
Oh, that would be so amazing. And if you think I'm beneath that, I am not.
Like, I'm just saying, this is all coming up, Tim. I'm happy you guys had a great night. That's awesome. It was great to see you getting taken care of by Adam.
He's getting taken care of when he goes out to eat. He's getting taken care of when he goes to the Nordic spa. Just everything is coming up CUST so far right now.
Do you have anything to add, Patrick, to the evening?
Yeah, no, I had a great time. Thanks, Adam, for getting us some free dessert. That was really nice.
That was great, too.
But we also, Geoff, I don't know, in one of the pictures, you can see the pizza that I ordered for Tim and I. It was a goat cheese chorizo pizza. And I thought that Tim would just see it and like recoil in horror. But I think he actually liked it. I think he's turning the tables, and maybe it could be better than Papa John's.
No, let's not go crazy. It's not Papa John's or Pizza Hut, but was it delicious? Yes, it was delicious. And I liked that thin crust style approach. It was very tasty. It had the goat cheese and it had the chorizo, and I don't know what else it had. It was very tasty. I liked the sauce. I thought it was a very delicious pizza. I'm not one to usually get pizza at restaurants when I go out. It's just, I'm usually more of a go to a pizza place or a pizza chain sort of thing when I want pizza. But it was very tasty, and it was great. Again, the evening was great. The ambiance was great. It was a really fun evening.
Also, Geoff, Tim and I've been trying to bring Tim to as many restaurants as I can. So like I went out with Tim and a few friends. Like my wife and I will go out. Tim will come with a few other of our friends as well. So we went to a nice steak place a few weeks ago, and then dessert was coming out. So Geoff, I feel like you have experienced this before. So let me set the situation here for you. They come out with, a little, what looks to be a marshmallow, at least that's what Tim thinks it is, in a little bowl. And then they come over and hydrate said little marshmallow to turn it into a napkin. I assume you're familiar with this.
I've got to admit, I've never seen this biology napkin.
Yeah, they put this square in a little bowl looking like sort of like a finger bowl, and they pour water over top of it, and it expands.
Yes, it's a dehydrated napkin, and that's how they hydrate them. It's just for show.
Was the whole restaurant like these dehydrated sort of?
No, it was only at dessert. Like when you're serving dessert, they come out and they do that because they bring you new utensils, they bring you a new napkin. This is what they do. It's just part of the show kind of thing. I've seen it a few times at places that I've been out at. Tim, though, like you, I guess, had never seen it before, and the look on his Tim, can you describe your feeling when this happened?
I was bewildered. I was beguiled. I was completely confused. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if we were like being served a marshmallow was like a palate cleanser before dessert. I didn't know what was going on. I was just very, very confused. And then as the water expanded, it was like, oh, it's like when I was a kid and you had those dinosaurs and like you poured water on them and they like expanded. Like that's essentially what it was. It was very cool, but also very strange. And yes, very, very elitist too.
So this sort of reminds, although I wasn't there, this does sort of sound like the first time Tim encountered like Alexa or Siri, bewildered and what is going on.
No, he was scared of Alexa when we went out with him that night.
Yeah, I mean, look, I would be the first to say I have a penchant for being concerned about like things I've never seen before, like just happening in front of me that I'm just not aware of. And this was one of them. I was just like agape. My mouth was wide open. I just had never seen someone use a napkin in that way. And it was like very strange.
It was just like the time that you tried to hassle the street magician about not doing a regulation shuffle. That he shoved your card right in his face.
I thought he was trying to play a trick on me. So I was like, oh, that's not even a regulation shuffle. I thought he had the card boxed.
I mean, he probably did. He's a street magician.
Anyway, it's I felt like, remember when Larry wanted that kid to tell him how the trick was done and he wouldn't do it?
That was how you felt about it. I just enjoyed that everyone else at our table just thought it was hilarious. Just the look on your face. That would be my impression of your face in this, since we can't see it on video.
I would say that's probably, I mean, I can't say what my face looked like because I can't see my own face, but I would say that that's probably a pretty fair rendition. I was shocked.
Well, Geoff, speaking of palate cleansers before like the big meal or before a dessert to get something out of your mouth.
Last week, as we were watching the games at Pat's place, the thought occurred to me, not, of course, it was obvious about how much fun it was. Then I thought to myself, what is the best television viewing experience for you? And it doesn't have to be every year. It could be every 4 years. For example, watching week 1 of the NFL, watching the opening weekend of March Madness, watching presidential election night and watching the returns come in, watching the Olympics, watching February sweeps. What is it that you think is the best television viewing experience that you can have, that you prefer? What would you like most of all? Is it a football Sunday? Is it a big election night? What is it?
I think we talked about this at the time, and you had said that your single favorite thing to get hyped for is those sweet periods when they run Bob versus Abby Shola or whatever that is, because you love that show so much. Like we talked about how much you loved Yesteryear back in the day as well. But I think it's week 1 of the NFL is my favorite sporting event. I get very hyped for it, and Thursday morning at the Masters. Those are the two. Although presidential election return night with, the guys touching the boards, all the returns coming in. I just like elections in general when the results start coming in. I just find that really fascinating. So I would go week 1, Masters, Thursday morning, just in terms of how hyped that I get. And then it's probably like early election results. Where would you go, Geoff?
It's week 1, and it goes to my metaphor so many times when I say the Super Bowl fucking sucks, and that's something said by a fan of a team that'll never be there. But week 1, the metaphor, it's my ice cream sundae, and it's just been put in front of me, and all the brownie and all my scoops and all my toppings and all the whipped cream, like everything is there. All my friends, a full slate of games, 9 games at 1 o'clock. That is my favorite thing in the world, and I felt it last week after not having it last year. And it kind of made me emotional in some ways. I'm not even going to lie. So I don't even think anything golf could compare. As much as I like golf, I'm not, getting together with a large group of people to watch golf and make fun of each other.
So then for you, getting together with people is fundamental to a good television watching experience then?
Last year, outside of the Chargers, I didn't enjoy football. Watching football alone, most boring thing ever. Like the Charger game would end and be like, I don't even like this league.
So, I mean, I think there's a few things that we didn't mention or touch on. I mean, obviously, well, football is great. The opening weekend of March Madness, I think I get more excited for that than just about anything else.
I feel like I used to. I just don't care about college basketball.
Yeah, in college, that was great. Like on those days, I don't know. It doesn't do it as much for me.
The World Cup final is a fantastic television viewing experience because the entire world is watching this one game. Yeah, billions of people.
You don't even listen.
Soccer's.
I watch it. I don't like soccer all that much. You don't like soccer all that much. How could that be something you get hyped for?
For the final game or for the tournament, like the whole period of the World Cup or the Euros, I thoroughly get excited for that whole tournament. Those tournaments. That's a great TV watching experience. The Olympics, the opening ceremonies of the Olympics, is a fantastic. The Kentucky
that's fucking
Derby.
Kentucky Derby,
Kentucky
I can
Derby.
see, but I would just rather see who won as a result later on.
No,
it just sounds like you get way too hyped for everything by your list.
Tim, you probably adore a royal wedding.
Yes, that was on my list of celebrity events. Like the Kate and William wedding, I watched 12 hours of coverage from that wedding. Easily 12 hours of coverage. I love those things, or coronations, or big funerals when they take place. Like those things, I watch on TV. Like that's a part of the culture. That's popular culture being expressed, and I love that type of stuff. And again, I also know that billions of other people are watching too. To me, I guess the television watching experience, as much as it's nice to watch it with other people, I find the knowledge that I'm watching something that so many other people are watching too, like the Academy Awards is such a fun experience because you can be on Twitter, you can be online, you can watch the show, you can see commentary, you hear people talking about it the day before and the day after. I like those type of TV watching experiences just as much as I enjoy like a big group watching games.
The only one that I think I like the Oscars, but I love movies, and I'm a bit of a Oscars aficionado when it comes to the history of the Oscars. That's something that I just personally enjoy. I wasn't hyped for it at all last year because I wasn't going to the movies or anything like that, so it was just kind of weird. But most years I get pretty pumped for the Oscars. The only one that I would say that like the number one thing that I actually get pumped for, but by the time it starts, I'm no longer pumped, is first shot at the Open Championship. It's just first shot happens at like 3 a.m. I'm just so tired by the time that it starts. I've lost all my adrenaline has already come and gone, but I hit such a wall this week watching football. I got too pumped. I was up way too early. The games here don't start till way too late. And then like midway through like the first quarter of the second set of games, I was just like, oh, like I have a show to do later. Like I need to like lay down for a bit.
I love drafts too. Even leagues I don't like. I'm so weird. Like the MLS draft is on. Like I'll stop and watch for a little. I don't know.
Are there any non-sporting events then, Jeff, that are like television watching experiences that you adore?
Not really. You mentioned, I like everybody. I'm fascinated by elections. Even like watching elections, like some of the channels that I would have access to when like provinces are having their own, provincial elections. I like just following, or I don't even know that I'm not even following in the lead up, but I actually like watching, like you guys mentioned, any real time returns. Your whole sweeps thing is so weird to me now, considering how lifeless network feels to begin with.
Well, there's some good shows that look like they're coming out this year.
But it's also like Howard Stern's on Jimmy Kimmel tonight for sweeps, for ratings or something.
Well,
like
that still matters.
Blase.
That moves the needle.
It's so blah. It's so like 50 years ago.
Give us your rundown of the sweep shows that you're super excited for, Tim. I'll see if I've heard of any of them.
Well, I mean, what was the one that
sounds good?
What was
Tell me more.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a new season, and it's a new season of football, which means Nance and Michaels, and they do these reads. What's like the good I'm even a network guy. Like me and my wife will watch corny network shows. She likes them. And some of them are I can handle. That being said, what's new? Like what is premiering this week, last week? What should I be watching, Tim?
So in terms of shows that they've been talking up, the new Wonder Years, I'm definitely going to watch that. That looks like it's probably going to be really good. Fred Savage is an executive producer. I'm totally going to watch the new Wonder Years. The Big Leap seems very interesting too. It's like a thriller. And anyway, so I'm definitely going to be watching The Big Leap. I'm very excited for the final season of This Is Us, which is what this season is.
Hate that show.
I know you do, but I'm looking
This
forward.
Is CUST is the name of the show.
I've been watching it since the very beginning, and so I'm looking very much towards it. And that new one, La Brea, that seems like it could be an interesting show too. So these are the ones that are being advertised, plus the new season of The Masked Singer is about to begin, which I love. And Survivor starts up. Some seasons I'm in, some seasons I'm out, but maybe I'll be in on this season of Survivor.
Survivor started like 3 weeks ago, didn't it?
If it did, then I'm out on this season. I sort of jump in, I watch the premiere, and then I decide whether I'm going to watch the season based on that.
All I know is Succession starts in the middle of October.
Yeah, Succession and Curb are coming back. Why would you watch any of this? Well, you can watch this show, La Brea. A massive sinkhole opens up in the middle of Los Angeles, separating families between two worlds. The mother and son, Jeff, fall into an unexplainable primeval land alongside.
That show will not see season 3, guaranteed. I bet you right now, Tim. I don't even know what it's about.
Probably it won't, but I'm going to give it a chance. All these the networks spend a ton of money and capital and attention on like their marquee show or two each year, and I feel like it's my responsibility as a lover of network TV to watch the first couple episodes of all these shows. If it's not good, I'll pull the plug. But I feel like I owe it to them. They give me so much, and I ask for so little from me. The least I can do is watch NBC's new Wednesday show or CBS's new Tuesday show. It's not much of an ask for me.
Well,
Okay, a couple-
that actually doesn't help them. What would help them is if you bought Peacock.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
Well, then you don't actually want to help them, then, do you?
But I'm willing to watch their show on their network.
Yeah, but they don't actually care about that. They want you to buy Peacock.
Well, that's not going to happen.
So you don't. So you actually don't care about any of these places.
I want to help them the way I want to help them. The way I want to
So
help
by
this
not
community.
helping them at all.
Well, but also I'm watching, therefore I'm seeing their advertisements, and that's helping them too.
Can you
anything?
Can you tell me what you like about The Masked Singer, please?
It is such a good show. I am one of these people who's always trying to guess who is it that's singing. Like, oh, I've heard that voice before. Like, there was one episode that Paul Anka was on there, and he was the Masked Singer. And like, I didn't even know. Wouldn't have guessed him, but it was Robin Thicke that knew who it was because he was Canadian as well. And anyway, it's such a great show. If you're not watching, I tried The Masked Dancer this spring and summer, and it wasn't as good. But if you like top tier, enjoyable reality TV, sort of like those types of shows, The Masked Singer is fantastic, and I will go round for round with anybody who doesn't like The Masked Singer.
Right here, buddy. Round one.
You don't like it, or you just don't watch it. There's a difference.
Fair enough. It's not for me, and I'm not even against musical theater. I like musical theater, but I ain't watching no Masked Singer. I saw there's a new CSI, like with the classic guys being brought back.
Yes, I saw that too, but they're not hyping it as much as you would have thought. So I don't know if it comes out a little later in the season or what that is.
Is Grissom back?
Yeah, that's the one that's back.
Okay.
Vegas. It's like a new Vegas CSI. I don't really know the details. I like any like cop or killing terrorist show. So I saw there's a new edition of like FBI I could watch, but I'm still like, we're on like season 11 of Blue Bloods. Tom Selleck is still in my house every Friday night, friends.
Do you watch
I'm
that
a
with
loser.
do you watch that with your mom?
No, but
all of these shows are geared towards 55.
yeah, I know
plus
my grandma really liked Blue Bloods.
Yeah,
she
I like
like
those.
she really liked it. I don't know. That was you bring up it's a Friday night drama. It's for old people and me. Tom Selleck, still a classic though. That Reagan family, I can't quit them. I'll watch them until they take them off the air.
Yeah, they are back. Grissom's back. Georgia Fox is back.
That's going to be a great show.
Maybe
That's going to be appointment TV.
Is it?
Yes.
Just
it is.
recycling. I don't know.
Okay, well, I loved a CSI, so I'm in. They've got.
I get it. If you were big into that, you definitely owe like there's brand like equity and loyalty. So you're definitely going to tune in and see what they did. Just like it seems like you're so gung ho for the new Wonder Years.
The new Wonder Years, The Big Leap, which I think could be really interesting too. Like, yeah, there's shows that I think I'll say this now. I think 2021 is going to be a marquee year for new network TV television.
Now,
Right.
here's bad news for The Big Leap. Apparently, Scott Foley's in it, and I don't know really if any of the shows he's in make it past like half a season.
Well, I can just say that I think it's going to be good, and I'm very excited for this season of network TV. And this is why September was a good time of year, because you get to be either reacquainted with the old friends that have been gone from your life since May, or you get to be introduced to new ones. And I'm very excited.
You just be watching The Challenge. That makes way more sense to me than anything else. But here we go. Minnesota at What? What do you want now?
No, I just had a slight beef, but we can move on.
No, go ahead.
I don't know. It makes me, I guess, so anti-person of the people, but I have my own thing that's custing me at the moment, Pat. And like a lot of people, or just look at me, I enjoy fast food and I live in the city, and sometimes parking at these places can be hard, and these places don't have lots of parking spots. And I've noticed every single goddamn parking spot is some food delivery person without even an order yet, like waiting to hit submit on an order.
Yeah,
Oh, that
you know what? They're waiting to get my food.
And they need to be reined in.
No, you need to fucking calm yourself and just order it from your phone and get it delivered to
Parking
you.
spots need to be taken away and left for the ordinary people like me and Jeff who are going to McDonald's to get our food the good old-fashioned way.
The whole
Jeff and I are like,
parking lot is
Jeff and I are
literally
having a
filled.
mind melt this week. Jeff and I are seeing the world in the same way this week. I'm very encouraged.
I have another beef on this.
Hold on,
Like,
you're men of the people. I mean, I would just call you suckers.
No, I'm not. I'm saying this is very
What an
anti-people.
elitist thing to say.
I'm not trying to be anti-people. Maybe this makes me elitist in some ways because I respect these people to deliver the food and make their living, but they're literally just waiting there like a bot trying to catch a pair of shoes.
Yes, they're like the taxi
They
cabs
don't even
lined
have
up
the
at the
order
airport.
yet. Get out of the freaking lot. There's 4 spots. There's 4 of you. There's 8 of you. Get out of here.
Jeff's right. Jeff's objectively right. There's literally no argument to the contrary.
Hey, listen,
Like this-
Can I go on?
I will, if I'm ever going to order fast food from home, I will go onto the app and see which one delivers the fastest, and I will go to that one. That's probably how McDonald's always ends up as winners. Like, hey, get your McDonald's delivered in 10 minutes. Like,
Of
perfect.
course. There's 6 people waiting to hit. I'll take Mayo's order.
Excellent. They make more money off me than they're making off of you.
Hey, and this doesn't even go into the fact that I feel like I'm already being like disrespected when my simple one-man order is being delayed by some Uber office lunch.
Yes, that's
Like, it's-
preach.
And
Preach.
listen, I like ordering on the app. Even when I order on the app, I don't want to be behind 5 Uber orders. I'm your customer. I'm goddamn here.
And I'm a
I've-
loyal customer. I go back 3-4
Yeah,
times a week.
I'm loyal.
So if I
They
should be looked
actually
after-
know me. The guy that cleans the French fry greaser at night, like we wave to each other.
Yes, I have that same experience. Like
He
I
knows
know
me.
some of the people at the McDonald's.
Just like that, that's McDonald's. But the people at Harvey's outside the asshole, they know me too, Pat. And they agree with me. He's an asshole.
That's because your
That's just
picture's
for a
up in the
record.
kitchen. That's 'cause your
I
picture's
pretend
up.
to like the Raptors talking to my guy at Harvey's.
So here's the difference of why they prioritize my order over your guys' order. Because you two are addicts.
They
and
don't
you're not-
care.
and
Whatever
you're not-
comes in
and
first.
you're not going to stop going there regardless. They want my money. They want those big orders because those are like one-offs for the most part. It's not Tim who just said he's going 3-4 times a day or something like that.
Listen, they could punch me in the face as they're handing me my order through the drive-through window, and I would return 2 days later to get my EMMs.
I'm embarrassed. Monday through Wednesday, Domino's does 50% off through the app. My boys
Yes.
know me over there. They know me. Like they know me. They see that order come in. They know exactly how I like it. Sometimes I like to change it up. We take away that pizza, like tomato sauce. We go barbecue sauce. And I'm like, boys, like you've got to, because it's not like as scientific, like a plopper to do the barbecue sauce. It's more of like a manual distribution. And they know how I like it. Okay. They know how I like it. They take care of me.
This is why loyalty matters. And because
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
loyal-
Why,
if
hold
I-
on. Why does loyalty matter when I get treated better than you guys do at your favorite place?
no, but they
You're right. But
But-
that's sometimes not true because when I have a complaint, like
I get listened
they'll
to.
always accommodate me.
Yes, I
why
always
the
get
fuck am I going to
accommodated.
McDonald's and complaining? I'm getting fucking cheap fast food. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
go
I
back and be
only-
like, oh my god, my drink
No.
order got messed up. I demand a free. Like, yeah,
I
you
complain
fucking
all the
just
time.
Whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa!
all the
Stop the
time I
clock!
complain.
Stop the clock! I'm like a plain eater. I like a burger with cheese and ketchup. So when it has all the fixins, and I show my guy like knows. He's seen me there so many times. He knows I didn't make the mistake. He knows like that's like that's all I mean. I'm not actually complaining. I'm not actually upset at anyone.
Same way.
There.
I'm a double cheeseburger, no ketchup with McChicken sauce.
So
And
if you put like mustard on, like they'll know. Oh yeah,
if
sorry about
there's
that.
ketchup on that burger, they know for me because that's my routine order. They'll know he didn't order his double cheeseburger that way. He never orders it.
I
Exactly,
want no.
thank
You know
you.
what? We are going to McDonald's together, and I can guarantee you, no one there fucking has a clue who you are.
No one orders it the way I do. So I'm sure that
No one
that is-
does.
Do you want to know something? Oh, sorry. Go. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I want you and Tim to get to the bottom of actually going to McDonald's. To see if
No,
someone
Tim
knows.
is just saying this because his order is like what he thinks is unique. Probably not unique whatsoever. Just no, they have no idea who you are.
It was really jarring. I don't know if they do this in
He's
your
gone. He
parts,
went to
but
McDonald's.
it's sometimes they rotate like the staff, like the lunch manager changes locations, and or maybe he's really good and done a great job, so they go send them somewhere else or to do training. And I'm rattled when I see these new people. I'm rattled.
You guys
I'm
got
not so rattled, but when I see faces that I know, I get excited a little bit.
oh.
Like that person there, I know he or she is going to look after me. My order is going to be correct.
Why do you think that? Because you recognize them. They see 1,000 people a day.
It's true.
I mean, yes, but like they recognize me and they recognize you because we're loyal customers. I don't know how many loyal customers they really have these days. I think most people are doing what you do now these days. Everyone ordering off the Uber Eats and whatever. Well, it's those of us who are still loyal customers who go a couple times a week, like a lot of people in person. Yeah,
I didn't like it. The new lunch manager, like giving me beef about an extra barbecue sauce. My old guy would just like
no, it's
do it with a smile. I'm like, this isn't going to be good. I don't like this crew here.
They know I like.
I miss my old crew.
They know I like extra honey for dipping my fries or whatever, and like there's no questions asked. But every now and then, like, oh, it's like 30 cents for honey. And of course, I pay it. I'm not going to not pay it. I got to have my honey. But at the same time, it's like I can tell that the regular people aren't on because they know if I'm ordering the double cheeseburger, no ketchup with McChicken sauce, and a medium fries and a DC, that person is also interested in having a couple of honeys to go with.
I need to say something as a disclaimer for all of this, just for all you people in future reference. I know I'm crazy. Like, I understand that. I understand there's like such a level of some not normal. I don't want to be your normal, but I know I'm crazy. Tim like thinks we're entirely normal here and having.
We are being normal here. Pat's the strange one. You and I are the normal ones here on this conversation.
Yeah,
get it.
No, the fact that like we care.
This is like a real priority for both of you.
Yeah, no, we're weird. We're
It's something I think about.
We're weird.
That's insane. It's also very sad, Tim.
I agree.
No, it's not.
I agree. I have to admit it. I acknowledge it.
How is
Pathetic
patronizing
man.
local restaurants sad? I don't think it's sad.
You're calling McDonald's a local restaurant?
Well, it's a restaurant and it's very close to me. So I think that matches the definition of local restaurant.
All right, what's your other one, Geoff?
Quickly on the same subject, Pat, all my buddies, they're on me to try this like great burger joint from Midtown. My wife's out. I got to put the kids to bed. I do this delivery you love so much. If you're going to bring me my goddamn food on a bike, I should have the right to cancel it. There's a limit on how far you should be allowed to bike me my hamburgers. I don't like that one bit.
Yeah,
I don't like these.
It's not great, but you're rolling the dice. Listen, getting the food delivered is never going to be as good as going somewhere to go get it.
There should be a car bike option. I should be able to
okay,
this is where I always go.
I am into that, but it would probably cost you, $10 more on delivery to make sure. It's like getting the Uber versus the Uber XL.
Why does this person want to take the bike? Who wants to bike that far?
It's people who can't afford cars but still want to make an income.
Why not just go get the food yourself? And
I'm home alone. I have 2 kids. The wife is out.
Tim doesn't understand that. Tim is a millennial who just has no responsibility, so he has disposable income.
He's got time to watch Masked Singer.
I DVR the Masked Singer and watch it sometimes.
And you have time for it.
I make time for it. I make priorities. It's not hard to put the TV on in the background while you're doing other things. Like I don't have to like watch everything I'm doing, every little jot and tittle and make notes about it. But like,
Pat will acknowledge we don't own our. There's times where like if the TV we don't even.
I get the TV at my office on Sundays, and then I get it from maybe 8:30 to 9:30 at night. That's it.
Okay, fine.
Tim doesn't.
Daddy shows. No one likes watching daddy shows.
No one wants to watch daddy shows. We're on to Boss Baby on Netflix now, which actually isn't bad.
Don't mind it. I agree.
The movie?
It's a show. It's a movie. I don't know. There's both, I think. There's even a Boss Baby too.
The Alex Baldwin one, right?
Yes.
That's the movie. This is the show.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Minnesota and Arizona. Can we talk about that now?
Oh, we're going to talk football? Okay.
Yeah. Unless you got any more fast food takes that I just make you sound incredibly sad and pathetic, but
well, you think it makes us sound sad. I think it makes Geoff and I sound like
the fact that Geoff understands it, but you don't seem to realize it is why you're the insane person.
I think it's pathetic how much I care about the Chargers telling me which like the uniform schedule for the year. It means a lot to me, and I'm crazy enough to want to know. But I understand, like, that makes me pathetic.
I
this
bet
is
you if
kind
you
of the
ran
same.
this through Cam on Friday, he would have the exact same positions Jeff and I have.
Cam is insane.
Yeah,
I know him.
Your
for my whole life.
barometer of sanity is Cam.
Yes, Cam is a level-headed good guy.
Yes, he's a good guy.
Great
Great
guy.
guy.
No one is
Also,
denying that he's not a
horsey
great guy.
sauce is the best fast food condiment. He's right. Horsey sauce is the best fast food condiment.
So, Tim, do you get your Diet Cokes like Cam does when they're like half drank in the office and people have left them for a minute?
No, I'm a germaphobe. I could never do that.
I mean, he sounds like more of a man of the people than you are.
I don't think many of the people are scrounging up leftover DCs from people's tables to drink it.
But this is
I
the
think
person
that-
you're comparing yourself to in terms of what's normal.
I said he would probably agree with our take. So your network is filled with people who feel a certain way and you feel differently and you think you're the normal one and we're the weird one.
Tim,
okay.
that is the entire premise of Mayo Media Network. I'm the sane, sensible person, and the rest of you are fucking off the rocker.
I don't think so.
That's what makes it so successful, I think.
I think if I was off my rocker, I would know. That sounded crazy.
You want to rephrase that, do you?
No, I've said it now. It doesn't really matter. I can rephrase it or not rephrase it. I've said it. So
I'm sane. You gotta believe me.
Homer watching the insane thing.
I'm in.
Tim, you
I'm
laughed. You
embarrassed.
laughed for 2 consecutive minutes at a picture of a Zoomer eating Tide Pods earlier. You had a sig cough, and then you started laughing again like a fucking mental case.
It was very funny. Oh, please, we need to get through these games.
We're past that point now. Look at Zoomer Zach chowing down on these Tide Pods.
It's such an outrageous photo. He's eating so sloppy with they're all over his shirt.
But as it came out, we learned this weekend is that when Tim goes to the gym and takes a shower, that there's shampoo and conditioner in, like, you press it, you put it in your hand, and then you wash your hands. Really low grade shampoo and conditioner. But Tim brings his own bottles of shampoo, goes into the shower, and fills up his shampoo with them, and then takes them home. And then a story changed like 3 hours into getting made fun of that, oh no, he just keeps them in case that they're out of them and keeps them in his gym bag. So he's lying, and it is one of the lowest things I've ever heard of.
Do I get to defend
Like,
myself?
do you steal toilet paper from work? Because I used to work somewhere where
No.
Cam, he did that.
Absolutely not. Let me give my fulsome explanation of this story because it's not being told, I don't think, in a fair way.
Well, it makes you come off as really low grade. I'm just putting that out there.
Let me.
Yeah, hold
take my
on.
case.
Let me set the trailer for you. From the man who steals packages of jam from the table at restaurants and puts them in his man purse. Now, his new trick, stealing shampoo from gyms.
So let's wind back the clock like a year and a half. I went to the gym. I worked out. I went to have a shower. There was one stall available. I went into the stall. There was no body wash or soap. There was just conditioner. So I had to shower my whole self with conditioner that afternoon. And I swore this was never going to happen again.
Oh my God.
And then because I have several bottles of hotel shampoo at my place,
Which you also steal.
I am a paying customer, and the shampoo is there for people who are in the hotel rooms to use. So I bring.
But you don't use them in the hotel room.
It's mine, and in the days of COVID, those get thrown out anyway, whether they're touched or not.
But
So
you
anyway,
didn't. But you.
don't
But hold
interrupt my story.
on.
My story.
Hold on. Did you do this before COVID or no?
Pardon me?
Were you doing
When
that
I take
before
in the
COVID
hotel,
or
you
no?
know, when I was taking bottles of shampoo home from the hotels in the rooms that I stayed that I am allowed to take home with. Yes, of course I did. Everybody does that. It's very strange if you don't.
No, they don't. Low people do that, but continue.
Do you take home coffee filters too from the hotel room?
He steals the
coffee-
sewing kit, and he's not.
coffee
Put it this way:
filters
Tim's not
too.
allowed to use scissors. He can only use safety scissors because it's just too dangerous for him. Yet he's stealing sewing kits, stuff he's not
It's
allowed to
not-
use.
It's mine. Yeah, like at our friend's wedding a few years ago, he had in the men's and ladies' room this big basket of toiletries for people to use. And I waited till the end of the night. Now, I had eyed the stuff in that basket. There was mouthwash, there was toothpaste, there was some good stuff in
Was
it.
this my wedding?
Tums,
No, at our friend Tim's wedding.
toothpicks, everything. Yeah.
I waited
Gum.
until the end of the night, and then at the end of the night, when everything was wrapping up, I went in the washroom and I took what I wanted because, like, it was there to be used by people. So anyway, people do that. It's not weird. So because I had gone through this gym experience where I had to shower with just conditioner, I swore that I'd never let that happen to myself again. So the next time I went to the gym, I filled up a little mini hotel bottle full of the body wash and shampoo and kept it in my gym bag so that in such a circumstance again where I don't have this soap or shampoo available to me, or there's very little and I'm not sure whether I have enough. And so I've got a couple of bottles in my bag filled up to use. Now, is it the case that I've run out of soap at home before for an evening and have used it in a pinch? Yes, but that's not the reason I'm doing it.
I have
doing it
a
because
question.
I want to have an emergency amount there so that if I have to use, and also it kind of makes me feel kind of gross to be touching the pump when I know that
Oh
the
my God.
person who has just touched it has been all sweaty and in there and like, so I kind of prefer to have my little mini bottle, but it's with their shampoo and soap so that I can ensure that when I go to the gym, I have the shampoo and soap that should be there for me. It's not that weird. It's been mischaracterized. It's something strange, but I think the way I've explained it is very reasonable. And I think the people would find it very reasonable.
I like that you've practiced this speech at home since you've actually had this conversation in real time with us because all the details have changed from when you first told us this.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is completely true.
I just wasn't expressing myself
You
very well.
can add. Oh, so that's what it was. You were just misconstrued by telling
Yes,
us something
well, in part
completely
I
different.
explained it
Okay,
well.
sure. Okay, that's one thing. So Tim is using the nut like you said that Cam used to steal toilet paper, right, Jeff? And like that's probably like the lowest grade toilet paper that you can get. This is the lowest grade shampoo that you can get. Additionally, you don't have to have soap to shower at the gym. You ever heard like of a hockey shower? Like when you just get really sweaty, you don't need to shampoo your hair, condition your hair. You can just go wipe the sweat off your body. It's your sweat, Tim. It's not like it's not that you're dirty. It's just that you're sweaty. You can wipe the sweat off yourself, no problem.
No. I have told you before, there's no better feeling on God's green earth than being fully showered with soap and shampoo and coming out of that shower. And I am not going to change out of dirty gym clothes into clean clothes and get in my clean car all sweaty and not properly soaped.
But why would you still be sweaty? You've taken the shower.
Well, no, but that's not really a shower if I'm just rinsing it. You think I've washed off all the residual sweat and everything standing under the water? No,
yes,
the reason
yes, you do. You wipe off all of the residual sweat when you go out and wash yourself off with a towel. And realistically, what you want to be doing, if you've actually worked up a sweat at the gym, is walk in there, turn it as cold as it can be, smash yourself in the head with it. It wipes you clean, and it closes all your pores so you stop sweating.
Well, that's more of a steam room thing.
How much are you sweating doing chin-ups off a stool?
All right, Jeff. Like, this first is not off a stool. It's an actual machine. Secondly, I am pretty darn sweaty when I've had a good workout at the gym, and I need to be clean. And so the day that I had to wash myself with conditioner, I felt clammy and sticky and gross, and I had to shower the second I got home. And so there's nothing wrong. In fact, it's a plus EV tip in a world where, you may very well find that your gym shower has not been filled with the soap and conditioner. Get a little tiny hotel bottle and have some on hand in your gym bag just in case they've run out for you. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like if you have towel service at your gym, you should still carry an extra towel.
Why would I
in
ever carry? Why would I ever carry a towel with me when they have towel service in the gym?
just in case they are out of towels when you get there because they're in the middle of a wash load or something. It is always listen. An ounce of prevention is
Tim,
better.
all
than
you need to do if they're ever out of towels at the gym, just walk out of the shower and just go dry your balls off on the fucking. You press the thing. I've done it. I've seen people do it.
I have never seen that. I would be appalled if I saw that. I would be flabbergasted if I saw that. I just don't know what I would say. I would just be agape, thinking, "Oh my God, what is going on?" I get furious when people take a seat nude on the benches.
It's a fucking bench to sit on. What do you think it's there for?
When you are nude, you're supposed to lay your towel down on the bench first before you place your rear end on it.
It's my fault that I forgot you're fucking Howard Hughes. You're basically Leo at the end of The Aviator, like with his piss in a bottle. I can't let my precious piss go down the toilet.
You want to sit on benches that somebody moments or minutes ago may have sat down upon nude? I don't.
Tim,
I'm not.
It doesn't bother regular people. You're a fucking. I didn't realize like your germophobia was like. Who are you, Howie Mandel?
No, it's not. It's not that strange. It's like you get on an airplane. The first thing you do is you wipe down the tray table when you use the water. Yes, I was taught that at a young age. The first thing you do is take out your Lysol wipe and you wipe down the tray table.
Who's carrying Lysol wipes with them?
I carry Lysol wipes when I travel on planes and stuff because I want to be able to wipe down stuff that 1,000 people have touched.
Oh my God.
Anyway, my point is, you were trying to mischaracterize what I was doing.
No, I wasn't. You've changed your story from what you told us.
I hadn't accurately explained myself. You guys heard that I filled up a bottle. God.
Which you said you did and brought that. You said you used it in your shower at home. Your words, everyone heard it. And now you're saying, no, that's not what I said. You misunderstood.
In an emergency, yes. You asked me, have you ever used it at home? And I said, yeah, because there have been 1 or 2 times in an emergency where I realized, oh my goodness, I'm out of soap. Oh my goodness, I'm out of conditioner. And I've used the mini bottle for that. But the reason I have the mini bottle and replenish it when it gets low is so that I always have on hand some soap from the gym that I can use in the gym if they're out.
I'd be willing to bet you've used it at home to the point it's empty and you've had to refill it at the gym.
Absolutely.
Well, yes, because I'm using that entire bottle when I'm having a shower.
No, but
how much soap do you use in the shower?
A lot. I'm scrubbing the skin cells off because I want them gone because they're dirty. And I'm getting I shampoo twice. It says to lather, to rinse, and repeat. And people don't repeat. You should repeat. You're supposed to wash your hair twice. Is what the shampoo bottle says. I believe strongly in this because I would prefer not to have frayed ends and to have, hair that looks bad. I take some pride in my appearance. I take some pride.
Throw up the
hair already
throw
looks
up the
like
picture. Throw up the picture, Paul, of him on Sunday, taking pride in your appearance. You're looking like a fucking lavender lady coming in.
Your hair looks like Estelle Getty, and you're worried about frizzy ends.
It does not look like the Estelle Getty. The year was 1902. It was Sicily. Anyway, I'm right about this. I'm right about all of this. You know I'm right. You thought you had me, but in the end, I got you.
Punched out of this paper bag.
You changing your story makes it like even more pathetic at this point. But Jeff, yes, you did. Yes, you. Shut up, Jeff. Jeff, the question is for you. How is it that Tim Too Rich can't just buy his own soap?
Yeah, it's such a weird. He keeps. Yeah, I don't know. It's awkward because that's not low soap.
It's part of your dues, and I want to.
It's not. No, it is not a part of your dues. It's not. You're there to use the equipment. They provide a shower facility for you. You always think this. Just you have to take everything from it, and you're costing these poor businesses all this money.
I'm not costing them money by having the soap in my gym bag to use there if they're out.
But you just said that you're not doing it, and we know that's not true because you've changed your story on it.
No, I haven't changed it. What happened was you heard that I take and put soap from the dispenser into a bottle, and you invented in your mind what you thought I had to have been.
Paul, you might have to come in here and clear this up for us because you were there. Tambo was there. All of our friends were there. They heard it. You're lying.
No, I realized that I was being misunderstood, and I was trying to clarify the situation. because you guys were having way too much fun with.
Yeah, so you said what you said. You got mocked about it for an hour and a half. Then, oh, no, that's not actually what I said.
I said I was being misunderstood, and I'm glad I've had this opportunity to clarify the truth. And there's nothing wrong with having some soap on hand from the gym. That way, if you go into the stall, and there is no soap, you can use it. Now, I've been fortunate not to have to use it in that circumstance, really, but it's a good idea.
The amount of lying going on here is absolutely absurd, Tim. You said they owe it to me because I pay my dues, so you bring your own bottle and fill up your jug with their shampoo. And I'm like, that's not what it's there for. Like, you're supposed to use what you need to use.
But I'm using
shower,
it for the gym.
The next person comes in and they can use it.
But I'm using it for the gym. Like, I have good soaps at home. Are you kidding me? I have Ivory. I have Dove. I have Body Shop stuff. I don't use gym stuff at home as a rule, unless I've just like run out of everything, or like the bar of soap, in my opinion, is a little too grimy and it should be thrown out. Like I said, I put the soap in the little mini hotel bottles. Yes, I do that, but I do it so that I have it in my gym bag to use if they're out, because it can happen.
So, Geoff, yeah, as you can see by both Paul and I and how we actually heard what was going on. This is the same Tim who hit himself in the head a whole bunch, and then seconds later didn't realize that he had hit himself in the head. And then I showed him a video, and he goes, "Oh, I don't even remember doing that." And it was a minute later.
That's true. I did not recall hitting myself on the head.
Listen, it's been reported back to me that I've beaten the shit out of myself watching games before, so I've woken up with a sore jaw, and it's from my own.
But
you have that video slapping yourself.
That's true. Geoff, you have the best hair I know. Would you put this sort of shampoo in your hair?
No, I would just do what you did, Pat. Unless I had to be somewhere like immediately after. No, but I would do the quick, just shower, rinse, like a hard rinse, and get home and worry about it later. I don't know. Tim needs to be clean. Like, I'll shower it up for the McDonald's drive-thru on the way home from the gym.
It's about having some pride in oneself and being comfortable.
There it is. That guy. Pride in your appearance.
That looks great. A purple polo and a pair of rose-colored shorts. That looks great.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's pretty good for Tim, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty good for Tim because he doesn't have a t-shirt tucked into basketball shorts going out in public. Sorry, a polo tucked into basketball shorts.
But did you say you take the coffee filters from hotel rooms?
I take all the coffee stuff from hotel rooms because they expect you to use it, and they're going to throw it out anyway if you don't use it. So take it home. Waste not, want not. That's what I was taught.
Not yours to take.
Yes, it is. When you are the client at the hotel, the soaps, the shower caps, the sewing kits.
If everyone acted like you, we would be in a problem. That's just.
Those are all for the customer to take. They expect you to take those things home. That's why they come into the room when you leave.
They're prepared for you to take them, but they don't expect you to take
You're
it all.
Allowed to take them. I'm not. It's not like saying, "Oh, let's take the shower curtain down." Oh, or I like that bedspread. Let's take that home. No. But you've
thought about it.
No, never. But you're completely within your rights to do that, and you're also allowed to go ask the front desk if they have stuff for you. For example, I've asked the front desk before, "Do you have any toothpaste?" And they've given me toothpaste.
Yeah, did you need?
I've done that because I didn't have toothpaste.
Yes!
I didn't do that on my way out to take home.
No. I did it when I got there, just in case I ran out of toothpaste.
Why would you be running out of toothpaste? You brought toothpaste.
Yeah, but it's one of those tubes where you can't tell how much you got in there. And I also don't like to scrape the toothpaste tube. I kind of find it gross. Like, once it gets to like a quarter, I chuck it and buy a new one.
What?
So I just don't like it, right?
So you were the same person who was telling people that they waste water when they turn it on to let it get hot before they get in, and you're throwing away half tubes of toothpaste?
Like a quarter or an eighth. Like, when it gets down to it, I don't like having to squeeze that last little bit of toothpaste out of the tube, and use your thumbs to sort of compel the toothpaste.
Just roll it. You roll
I
it.
don't want to roll it. I shouldn't have to roll it. I don't like that. Like when I can't just like efficiently just squeeze the tube like normal and it comes out. If it doesn't do that, you know what? It's time for new toothpaste. So anyway, have I asked for floss or toothpaste or whatever from the front desk on the off chance?
I have never seen you floss.
Okay, well I do.
Do you?
I do it once a day. I don't do it twice a day. I only do it once a day. And I get when I have my gold Listerine at night and everything. Like it's all a part of my routine. And anyway, so I've asked for this stuff in the past and I've been given it and I'm allowed to take it home with me. They've given it to me. I don't see
I
what the problem is.
understand, but it's like I have lots of toothpaste, but now I'm gonna go at the front desk to
It's
ask
mine.
for it, and then most of the time you just go home with unopened hotel things, like you planned it like this.
Sometimes they have real good stuff. They have milled soaps and they have like French shampoos and conditioners. And I've already paid for the room and it's mine. So why can't I have it? And I can use the bottles. You know, I can, the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, recycle.
Oh yeah, the guy who's throwing out half tubes of toothpaste. Yes, you're very
use the
conscious
bottle.
about reusing and
I put soap
recycling
in them.
at the same
How
time.
upset are you when you sit down at, say, like a diner table and the sugar or sweet and low packet thing is low? Like there's only enough for you for your current meal, not to stash in your purse.
Okay, so I don't have a purse to stash things in. But if I get to a table and things are low, I'll ask to be restocked.
Well, I
But
mean,
there's, like,
the
more than enough-
only
there's
thing
clearly more than enough for your like meal.
the only
Okay,
thing
but I'm
that's
not-
low at that table is you, pal.
I'm not taking sugars and sweet and lows.
Well, how did your peanut butter turn out on our vacation from the
I
table?
was going to take some home with me because
You
there's some
asked for
back-
extra to take home with you.
No, I asked for extra because I thought I may have leftovers.
No, you
and
didn't.
therefore-
That is not true. You asked for it, and then you smiled at us, and like we're going to be like, I'm just going to take this home with me because you had no leftovers.
It's like the toothpaste, isn't it?
So then Pat took his fork and he jammed it into all the peanut butter packs, so I couldn't take them home. He ruined them.
Well, they were for the tables. They were mine. I can do whatever I want with them.
They were for me. I asked. for
No,
them 'cause I
they
thought
were
it
on the
was fun.
table. Maybe I was
They're
going to
on-
use them at a later date. I just need to make sure they got aerated first.
Yeah, okay. You just did that to be mean and because you thought it'd be funny, but it wasn't.
You don't
funny.
understand how this reflects on everyone you're at a table with, do you? You are not conscious of this whatsoever.
I'm not an oblivious person.
Oh,
I'm
really?
aware of my surroundings. I needed more peanut butter.
For
'cause,
what?
A, I
What
like
did you need the more peanut butter for?
for my toast? I like to use a lot of peanut butter. And
We let you use the peanut butter for your toast. Your toast was
you
gone.
let me. Oh, how nice of you. You let
Oh,
me.
I need these 6 extra packets for my toast, do you?
That's my business.
You're making us
I
look like
like that.
assholes at this table. Like the waitresses are over there being like, "The fuck's wrong with this guy? Why is he putting peanut butter into his
Say that
purse?"
and whatever I'm doing, I'm like the 96th least weirdest thing they're going to see on their shift, probably. Let's be honest.
You're number 1 always.
Oh, please. I'm a good customer.
Jeff, do your grandmas do this? Because I have one grandma who does this exact same thing, and everyone's like,
Yeah, we all had one that, you know.
But I'm doing it because I may have leftovers. Like there's a
You
fraction-
didn't have leftovers.
But at that point, I didn't know.
Well, I just remember like the sweet and low. Like, I don't know if I have any at home, so I need to take like 12 of theirs.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not doing it to restock my pantry.
Yes, you are. That's
I don't
exactly
know,
what you're
man.
doing.
You're
If it
doing it.
ends up in my pantry, it's only because I didn't use it for leftovers. The
Toothpaste.
leftovers are
You have
my-
a toothpaste tube with 25% left in it, but you need a fresh one that will go home unopened.
You like squeezing the toothpaste out of a tube? You find that fun? I don't find that fun. I find that annoying and inconvenient.
You are such an elitist.
I'm not elitist. I'm a man for the commoners, for the people.
You are an elitist who has the lowest possible taste. It's a really weird juxtaposition.
I don't know how that works.
I mean, it seems like you don't realize much. So you not realizing this is not shocking.
I support the people and the people support me.
Is that why you're a member of the People's Party?
I am certainly not.
It sounds like you should be. You're for the people.
My point was I was right about the soap, right about the condiments, and the people will agree with me on this. They'll understand I'm being very reasonable and that I've been portrayed incorrectly, and that I had this opportunity to clarify things. And now that I've clarified the situation, it all makes sense. So, well, it sounded like you had something.
No, I want listen. It's Cuss Corner. It's your corner. Let's hear it.
So something that we've been discussing recently, and I made a note of, is, and every now and then I feel like I need to stand up and advocate something for the people. That even though, and I will make the disclaimer, I am not a safety expert.
Oh, God.
I am not, I don't know everything there is to know about safety, but there are some things that I do to ensure that I am safe and doing things safely that work for me. So I've got a list of them here, not ranked, but a list of them that I follow and I believe in strongly. First, I believe very, very strongly in making sure you throw out food the second the expiry date hits. The day after the expiry date, it's gone, out of the fridge, out of the cupboard, wherever it is, got to go. No good.
Hold on. Now, we went over this with you, that most of the things that you're calling an expiry date are just a best before date, which doesn't mean it's expired.
You know what? You know how I'm extra safe? I never eat anything past its best before date.
Sounds like you're being wasteful.
No, it's, I don't eat food that's perished. I'm sorry.
But you don't know that it's perished? Did you give it a smell?
No, absolutely. I'm not going to do that. It's got a date. When the date passes, no thank you. In the trash it goes. If I want it bad enough, I'll buy it again. It's no hardship.
Sorry, Tim Too Rich.
Don't leave lights on, particularly when there's thunder and lightning. The lightning can go right through the electricity and blow things up. Don't ever do that.
You just sit. Do you just sit in the dark when there's thunder and lightning? I
turn off. When I was young and we used to go, it was at my grandmother's. If there was a thunder and lightning storm, she would unplug the phone from the wall. She would unplug the TV. Everything would be unplugged. And I'd have to read with a flashlight with batteries. Now, I'm not that bad, but I turn all the lights off because I just am not, I'm afraid that a surge will come through the system and blow things up. Like my TV has a surge protector that's plugged into. I'm okay with that. But like my night light and my lamps, they aren't plugged into surge protectors. So if the lightning comes right through the system and blows it up, I can't protect it. So to be safe, I unplug and turn off lights that are on during lightning storms.
When you make sure you go and unplug your car phone charger so your car doesn't blow up during the lightning storm?
Well, it's not getting any power to it when the car is not on, so there's no risk of that. When I'm at the gym and I use the treadmill, I always put the safety button string around my wrist or on my person, because when tragedy or accident strikes, you want to be able to make sure that that thing turns off immediately. I once fell flat on my face running on a treadmill, and it stopped instantly because I had the thing attached to me so that that didn't keep going. I didn't fly off it like you see on a cartoon.
Here's the thing. If you have the safety thing around your wrist, which means you're probably not running very hard for one thing. Because
I was running hard.
What's running hard for you? I guess that's probably what it is. Because most people,
at that point, I was probably running at a 6.5.
Okay, so not fast whatsoever.
That's pretty fast for me. I don't have a lot of celerity, let's say.
Okay.
So that's fast for me.
But here's the thing, though. The thing I don't understand about the safety thing at the gym, it just seems like it would get in your way more than anything. It's like even when you're running on a treadmill and like sometimes you're running and like you check your phone, you like accidentally graze it and it shuts off. It's just very tilting for one thing, because it's, you're working your way up at a very top speed. You have a good pace going. You don't want to stop, because once you do stop, getting it back is, sometimes you just can't get there, and then it's game over. You have to do a cool down. Like you're out of that mindset.
Yeah, so you're willing to take risks and chances with your health and safety. I'm not.
Well, I'm also not one who's going to trip over my shoelace and fall on the treadmill.
That's what happened. My shoelace got caught in the belt, and I tripped and fell.
How did your shoelace get caught in the belt, Tim? Did you have your shoes tied?
It came untied, okay?
Then step off the treadmill. Just jump off, stand on the sides like a normal person, and then tie your shoe and jump back on.
I didn't notice.
How do you not notice? You didn't feel your shoe getting loose?
I guess I didn't. I didn't notice. I was running so fast and it was so intense on what I was doing. I didn't notice. And listening to my music or whatever, or my podcast, I don't even know what I was listening to, but it got caught and I fell. And because I had the emergency turn off, when I hit, I didn't fly off you should always put that on. It's the same as if you play a Wii, a Nintendo Wii, there's that little strap on the controller to put your wrist through so that you don't throw it and it doesn't break things. I can just imagine if you don't use that, you could throw it and hit your TV. That the strap is not there just to look cool. It's there for safety purposes. Use that wrist strap.
So you
when
have
use-
you have safety tips for the uncoordinated, is what you're saying. Because here's my thing. If I'm running on a treadmill and I have that thing tied around my wrist, one, I'm just gonna pull it off like 3 times, like as I'm moving my arms while I'm running. 2, if I fall, by the time I hit the treadmill and the thing comes out, the treadmill's still going. It's not like it goes from like 8.5 on the treadmill to not moving anymore. You realize
it stops almost immediately.
Never happens. Never happens. I've hit the switch enough times to know it's a casual go down. It's not like it's going, stop.
Emergency. It stops pretty quickly.
When you're not going fast, sure. Do you do it when you're walking on a treadmill too?
Yes, and I do walk to start to warm up with an incline.
Sure, and you tie it around that when you're going at like 2.5.
I always use the emergency button. It's there to be used. I believe in better safe than sorry. Same with when you're mowing your lawn. Take all preparations. Wear the eye protection. Wear the ear protection. Wear foot protection. Be 100% safe. Wear the earmuffs if you need to. Be 100, and it's the same when you shovel. Make sure you take multiple breaks when you're shoveling your driveway. Don't rush it, people. You can have people have had problems with their hearts or injuries in the past from overextending during shoveling. Take multiple. There's nothing wrong with taking several breaks while shoveling the snow out of your driveway. Like I said, I'm not a safety expert, and I'm not pretending to be, but these are safety tips that I use, that I believe in strongly, and I think that they make my life more safe.
This actually explains a lot, Jeff, because did you know when Tim goes and gets a tug, he wears 2 condoms?
Oh, stop it. Just stop it. And I thought that that's supposed to be unsafe.
You thought it was what?
I thought I had learned in school that that's unsafe.
What, 2 condoms?
Yes.
I mean, 1 condom's pretty unsafe. You're not trying to have... You're going against God, Tim, if you're wearing a condom.
My point is, I thought that I'd learned in school that
condoms are for sailors, Tim. They go from port to port.
My point was, these safety tips are ones that I use, and it's up to you whether you want to use them or not, but I think they make a lot of sense, and they abide by the common sense rules. If you want to be more risky and you want to live fast and take chances, that's your prerogative, but not me.
Jeff, would you live your life so fast and recklessly that you wouldn't have earmuffs on when you're mowing your lawn?
Some sort of ear protection. They don't have to be muffs. They can be earplugs or even earphones. Just something to protect your eardrums from the unmitigated noise of the mower.
Yeah, Paul wants to know, do you even mow your own lawn?
Yes, I mow a lawn.
Do you?
Do you?
Yes, I do. I actually like mowing in some ways. I find it to be therapeutic. I like to see all the straight lines back and forth, and then I can try to challenge myself to make sure that tire mark goes exactly along the previous tire mark.
And why don't you advocate for thermos brakes or popsicle brakes when you're mowing your lawn?
I'm not out there. It's not as much of a strenuous activity. Shoveling is very, very, it's one of the best workouts you can do. And when you're shoveling thick, heavy snow, you want to make sure, you think you're a big, tough guy and you can do it all quick. Like people think they need to bring all the groceries in one turn.
Which you should.
I don't. I like to take my time.
Cowardly.
Shovel, do 6 or 7 swipes, and then take a moment and take a breath. And don't be afraid to take breaks. Like it's good for you. You're not in a rush most of the time.
You don't have to put kids to...
No, even if you don't have kids, even if you have nothing to do, no one likes shoveling. You want to get it done with as quickly as possible.
Yeah, but you don't want to take any unnecessary risks in doing so.
What risks? Listen, Tim. I am at no risk of anything happening to me besides maybe me throwing my back out, which could really happen if I sneeze at any point. So,
why risk hurting your back? Don't extend.
What do you mean? Because I can hurt my back doing legitimately anything. The last time I threw out my back, I was getting laundry. I was getting the laundry out of the dryer, and I fell into the dryer. Just slip disc, boom, in there. Shoveling, it's never happened.
I'm just saying, I do these things it's better to be safe than sorry. That's one of my mottos.
Jeff, do you remember I told you about main character syndrome that Tim suffers from?
Yeah.
Do you recall a time when he told us that story about him having to like pester the people at Costco to find out where stuff is?
Yeah.
We found out this week that Tim goes to the grocery store and just harasses the employees, asking them where everything is before he's ever tried to look for any of these things. He treats them like a personal shopper.
That's not entirely what I said.
What'd you say?
What I
then?
said was, when I go into the grocery store and I grab the flyer, if I don't know where the thing is, I expect that the people at customer service or whomever are familiar with the flyer because they're supposed to be, and they can
hold
tell
on.
me.
I worked at a grocery store. I worked in the produce department. Not once were we ever required to know what was in the flyer. Never happened.
I would think that they should be familiar with what's in the flyer because people are going to ask about it because that's one of the things they're looking at.
So here's the thing. Me, on my experience of actually having done this job versus you, never done the job, know what's going on.
My point is, I will, if I don't know where something is, like if I know exactly where the thing is, I'm not going to ask for any help. But like, oh, look, these ice cream sandwiches are on sale and I want them. Well, there's like 3 aisles with freezer cases. I'm not spending all that time looking up and down.
There's one area with ice cream.
So I'll just ask, do you know where these are? Or can you show me where they are, please? And no one's ever said anything other than yes, sir. Or here's where it is. Like it's never been a problem.
There's 3 aisles with grocers, freezers. They all have signage as to what might be in them. The one that says ice cream is where you need to go.
I'm going to walk down there and look. Just tell me. Just tell me where it is. It's not hardship. It's customer service. So like I can just if you want to escort me, great. I'd like that too. But if not, just tell me where to look. Oh, it's in the last aisle. Oh, it's in the second aisle. It's halfway down. That's all I ask. I've never had an issue. I've always been accommodated. So I don't think it's that problematic because it seems like I bet you a lot of people must do it because there's no one gets their dander up about it. They go, oh, yes, sir. Okay. It's in this aisle, halfway down. Oh, thank you very much.
You don't have the
We've
wherewithal.
all done that. We've all done that. My wife sends me to look for things.
Sure, but you try to look for it first.
Yes, of course.
No, I'm not going to try to.
I mean, it's
I don't know where it is.
I guess in defense of Tim, if I'm like on my way to going to find it and I see a stock boy, I'd be like, do you know where X might be? And they'd be like, sure, aisle 6. But if he says, I'm not sure, I don't give a shit. I'll just like keep walking. So,
no one has said that. If no one has said to me, oh, I don't know. Because if they said that, I'd say, well, can you ask somebody who does?
Oh my God. So you would sit there
harassing a poor 16-year-old.
Go find someone else, ask them, and then continue your journey.
And
just like
Tim also thinks that everyone who works at the grocery store is not only his personal shopper, but his customer service. Like you run into someone in the aisles, they're not really customer service. They're there to stock the shelves. That's really all they. And
sometimes that guy doesn't even work for the store. He's like the Frito-Lay guy.
Somebody's got a uniform on from like Lay's, and they're putting chips on the.
Have you told? Okay, do you know that, or do you know that because you've asked those people?
I've asked them, and they've told me, I don't know, sir, I don't work here.
Can you find someone who does?
No, you just let it go because they don't work for the store. But like, and I've had people say, oh, well, I don't know where the horseradish is. I work in the bakery. It's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like, I understand. But like, they told me why they wouldn't know. But like, I actually haven't encountered problems. People have been very accommodating of me and the very simple requests that I've been making. And there's nothing wrong with asking. I'm not so proud and not so arrogant and not so stubborn that I won't ask for a little bit of help when I'm looking for something.
But you're not trying to do anything for yourself.
Why should I have to?
You're like, where's this brand of cookie? Well, it's probably by the fucking cookies.
But you know what? I'm there to spend my money, and sometimes the cookies aren't in the cookie aisle.
Where are they? Where are they? Where are the cookies? Tell me about the cookies that aren't in the cookie aisle.
Sometimes Chip Ahoys aren't in the Chip Ahoy aisle. They're like in a special display next to potato chips or whatever. Like
they would still be in the chip aisle. They would still be in the cookie aisle. They just have a separate setup for them to make it more places where you can encounter them, where you wouldn't have to ask anyone. Imagine the lack of self-respect you need to have that you can't figure. Should we bring you on a scavenger hunt? If we just go around like asking people around the streets, where's this? Where's this? I can't look for it myself. How could I possibly know where it is? That street sign right there is actually it. Oh, I could have just looked up. You can do that at the grocery store. It says cookies. You can walk down that aisle and have a look.
Look, I'm there to spend my money and patronize the store. I'm the customer. The least you can do is if I don't know genuinely where something is, you can just tell me. Take 2 seconds. Yes, sir. It's in aisle 12 or it's in aisle 7 or you know what? Just a sec. Come follow me. I'll show you exactly where they are. It's no hardship. It's very reasonable. You're just being stubborn.
I'm not.
Thinking that,
I'm
oh,
not being stubborn. I think that you should actually go try to find these things by yourself.
Why should
I agree with both of you, like in the
Thank
sense
you.
that when Tim is standing in front of 3 aisles of freezers, he could just go figure out which one has the ice cream.
You
But
can,
I get it,
you can look at the sign that says ice cream and you know it's that aisle.
Yeah, but I get also like Tim, okay, I need horseradish. I don't know what that like, I guess sauces or I don't sir, where is that? Like, I don't mind that, but there's like to have to ask someone where ice cream sandwiches are, it's as identifiable as the frozen aisle.
Where's that type of them? Are they on the top of it?
And we live in Canada. Imagine at least if you lived in the States where everything actually had 5 aisles.
Yeah, fair enough. Imagine if you needed to get imagine if a certain type of cereal was on sale at a Kroger and you went, it would take an hour to find it. Anyway, my point stands. I'm right about this. A lot of people do this.
Yeah,
And
do you know which people do this? 85-year-old people. Before that, enough people have enough self-respect not to do this.
No, self-respect. That's how you're putting it.
Yeah, that's how I would have. That's exactly how I would put it. You have zero confidence in your own ability to do anything. You demand that people do it for you.
Well, I am the customer there to spend my money.
They're not your fucking. You go hire a personal shopper then. And crazily enough, you would be the prime candidate for online shopping, where you just go through, type in what you want, press, bring it to me.
No, because I need to see the things myself. I do. I'll pick up my package of ground beef, thank you. I'll pick out my banana, my avocado, my mango, thank you. I don't want just any old dragon fruit off the counter. I want mine.
How many times per grocery trip do you ask someone where stuff is?
Not every time. So not every time. So like every other time, probably. Because I don't know. Sometimes I just go to the grocery store for like 2 things or just go there for lunch. But like if I'm going there for like several items and I'm going through the flyer to find some deals, then yes, more likely than not, I am going to ask somebody where something is that I don't know.
Why do you care about the flyer and what the deals are? Most of the time, those aren't even deals. They just highlight certain things, and they're not actually any money off. That's what grocery stores do. 2, you just went on about how if something is like an hour past a best before date, you'll throw it in the trash because you don't care. What do you care about flyers for?
I still want to get a good buy if it's a good buy is there. I want to be.
But you've already admitted you don't know what things cost. They could put in the flyer. They could charge you more for that item than it normally is, and you wouldn't know.
That is true, but I also assume that if it's in the flyer, it means they have a lot of that in stock, so it'll be fresh, and whatever I get will be good because they have a lot of it.
Tim, if they have a lot of something in stock, it probably means it's not fresh.
No, I don't think so. I think that they're putting it on sale to attract you there to buy that stuff. So it's really like this garlic bread's on for $1.99. They must have tons of that. So like they're going through a lot of it. So I should buy some while it's fresh.
Jeff, if a grocery store has a lot of something that they need to get rid of quickly, would you think it's been there a day or 20 days?
I guess it depends, but yeah, they got to get rid of it. It's time for the sale. Time to go. New product, new shelf.
Yeah, sometimes they order too much inventory, like the car dealerships.
But I do agree. Tim doesn't know. Like it says, 2 for $5, but it's really just 2 for $5.20 on normal days. And he talks about wasting toothpaste or never looking at prices. What does he care? But he's got some he's got some. I don't know. I don't want to like call anyone out, so I'll just say it's like my grandma, like my Jewish grandma, like just annoying people and looking to save 18 cents.
Tim's the type of person who would throw his cans on the ground and then be like, this one's dented. I want it for free.
I would not do that.
Wouldn't you?
No, I would not do that.
Has he what? Yeah, have you ever demanded a rebate on anything at a grocery store?
If I have, I can't remember it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like that's a good step in the right direction for you.
I don't remember asking for a rebate.
Or you don't want to admit that you did?
No. Listen, I'm an open book. I would tell you.
Yeah. He's admitted so many things. I don't know the hill he would die on is his grocery store.
Yeah,
no,
but it's Tim. You never know with this sort of stuff. It's just like, hey, McDonald's Monopoly is starting like next week, Jeff. And I thought it was going to be great content for the show, but Tim has told us he's not going to go get one sticker.
I don't believe you.
I don't know whether I can last. Honestly, I want to last.
So he'll be honest. When he breaks, he'll be full.
No, it's going to be like 2 weeks
worth
worth of. It's going to be 2 weeks worth of lying. We asked him how many stickers he averaged per week last year. He said 20.
Yeah, but remember, there's 2 stickers per item. So that's only 10 items.
Well then.
And now
I
that
actually hate Monopoly.
Have 4 stickers.
I hate it because all the good like deals that they normally put in the app for McDonald's, they don't give a deal on anything during Monopoly because there's people like
some of us are playing for keeps, Jeff. We're not looking. Something a little more serious is going on here. The thing is, our friend did mention to me, this might be the year I was going to win big. If I don't play, and I missed it. It's like being at a poker table and getting up to use the washroom, and that would have been the hand that you would have got dealt into the bad beat or something. Like, I'm afraid of that happening.
You're lucky you're not addicted to slot machines.
I have no interest in BLT.
You would be like those people that we saw on the way to our golf tournament who were lining up to get into that bar at 11 a.m. so they could get to the machine that's going to be paying out.
Yeah, well, they had fattened it up that whole night before. So I got 2 things. What do you want to go through? You know what they are. I sort of gave you a highlight of what I was going to talk about.
I assume we were talking about the return of McDonald's Monopoly, which even though you said it on last week's show that you were not going to partake in, you promised us that you had all this willpower. You lasted 12 fucking hours. And that's not even really 12 hours because what time did you wake up this morning?
I woke up at 7 and I was in meetings until 12:30, so I couldn't leave before 12:30. I would have gone at like 8 o'clock if I could have.
Technically, I don't think they are like you say 12 hours, but I don't think they're serving the new
breakfast started this morning.
Yeah, I think it's the start of like this morning's workday. I think like the 3 a.m. overnight aren't using the cups yet or anything. So he lasted 4 hours.
But he was in meetings, so he couldn't even go. He also, guess what he finally did, Jeff? At your recommendation, I'm guessing. He downloaded the app and found deals on it.
And so there are some plus EV moves here for those of you who are in the Monopoly collecting business as I am. So the app has deals right now that run.
You're the only one you're telling that there's deals on the app to.
But they run through the end of this week. And on things you can get stickers on. So
and guess what, Tim? Next Monday, there'll be all new deals.
But again, this is the plus. I sort of like cracked the code here yesterday. I realized
this is like you realizing that someone's car trunk can lift.
It's not that at all. What I figured out was, like, for example, I got a free coffee because they have a recurring deal right now on the app that if you spend over a certain amount, you get a free coffee.
How much?
Those coffee stickers on it. So I got stickers for free today.
Hold on. How much do you have to spend in order to get that?
It's not much. It's like $5. Like, it's actually not that much.
How much did you spend at McDonald's today?
Enough. Okay.
How much money did you said that you were going to keep track of the money you spent during McDonald's Monopoly? How much did you spend today? Can I guess?
Yes.
Will you be honest?
I will be honest.
$37.
You're close. It was 35.
I would guess 32 because he's using the combo for like the free value or like the $6.50 value meal. So he's getting it like drink, sandwich.
He got 4
cup,
drinks.
And then he's getting side drinks. He's probably getting McFlurry. Like what was
there's no stickers on McFlurries. So no.
Okay. I'm sorry. But you thinking you cracked some code because you're getting discounts on the app?
But it's using the discounts on things that you get the stickers on. For example, today I got a coffee for free from the app. On that coffee, I won a free Egg McMuffin. Well, guess what? Egg McMuffins have the stickers. So for nothing, I now have got 4 cracks at winning. And this is just, it's that Tampa Bay Rays 2% thing, right? It's the crack the code, the plus EV living. If you want to, if you apply yourself seriously to this competition, if you mean business, as I do, you can reap dividends here. I mean, this year, the slogan for the McDonald's Monopoly is the thrill of victory. And that is precisely what they're selling this year, is that thrill that you can have from winning. I got my game board ready. I got the pieces ready. I've already put some on. I am very excited. When we're finished recording, I got to go get some more. It's the first week. And so I realized that they probably put the best stuff early on because they want people to come out and get it. And plus, of course, I'm going to go back for more. And yes, I'm going to go back for some more tonight. And the thing is, this is the best time to be opening because you haven't got all those places yet. So the odds of you getting a place that you haven't got is really high. And there's such a, like, it's a thrill. The verb to thrill is exactly right. There's a thrill of unveiling that board and seeing, or that sticker and seeing what you've got. I'm already set in one spot already on my board. I am getting close to being set in a second spot on my board, and it's shaping up. Now, I'll roll back. I won't be going to spend that kind of money every day at McDonald's, but I have a couple of different strategies this year. First, I'm going to be hitting multiple different McDonald's, so I'm not using just one location, so that I'm increasing my opportunities of getting the best prizes and a variety of stickers.
Yeah, but what if hold on. What if all the winners are actually at that one spot though? Then you're decreasing your chances.
The odds of that are very unlikely.
No, usually
the odds are unlikely.
Loaded box. Usually it's like a loaded crate. Like
no. But see, I don't know where that loaded crate is, so I've got to keep trying to hit all these different places.
Well, why would it? If you don't know, how would it make a difference of where you go to?
It's like fishing in a lake where there's a marvelous fishing spot, but you're only going to know where it is once you try enough spots to know and hit where that spot is. So that's what I'm doing. I'm on a big old lake with a pontoon boat and fishing gear, and I'm just casting my rod and reel until I find that fishing spot. Then until I hit.
You're running fucking 2-a-days,
and I
2-a-days at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's what. Well, yes,
Yeah.
This is my.
If you want to be committed like me, it involves 2-a-days.
So
it involves going after the gym. I'm Tim.
Oh, listen. When you're doing 2-a-days at McDonald's during Monopoly, the gym is out the window. Here's what I want people to do.
The opposite.
I want you people out there, Canadians, because I believe it's only available in Canada right now. I know when the American one is. But if McDonald's Monopoly is available in your area, what I would like you to do is, if you go to McDonald's and you have some stickers, please take a video of you just throwing them in the trash and send it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, listen, McDonald's gives gifts out for you by getting free abilities to win big prizes and small prizes. Even if you're not playing the game, you can still unpeel a free cheeseburger or peel a free drink or a free egg McMuffin. So you got to look. I mean, you got to.
But you don't even like those.
I don't. Unless this is the first time I was happy it was on a McMuffin because those get the stickers. So at least I bought myself 2 new stickers with 1 sticker. But
see, like to me, it's a big win if I get a free cheeseburger.
No, I don't want that. I'm trying to win the big prizes. I want that Chevrolet, even though I really don't. I want that big TV, even though I really don't. I want this stuff so that I'm a winner. And that when they put the commercial on TV of saying, oh, so-and-so from so-and-so has won this prize, that could be me. That could be my name. People could be seeing me as a big winner on television every night when they're watching Wheel of Fortune or whatever. That's what I want.
To know that when I spoke to Tim today, when I came on to this recording, he says to me, you understand, like we're closer to 40 if we have to pick an age bracket.
Not Tim. Tim's actually closer to 30. We're closer to 40. Tim's young. Don't forget that.
Did you play today? And I'm like, did I play today? Like golf? Like, what do you mean? Did I play today? It's like, no, man. You go to McDonald's and roll.
Pat knew exactly what I meant.
I had no idea what you meant. Did I play today? Like, I give a shit.
How could you not? It's opening day.
Opening day.
And like, I was advised to go more often early because the best prizes might be there early.
Hold on. Who told you that?
Our friend in that text thread recommended that I go more early rather than wait till the end of it when there's fewer things available.
I'm pretty
Did you
sure.
harass
Hold
a
on,
senior?
Jeff. The friend that he's alluding to, who told him that in the text thread, was me to get him to go. He forgets it was me who said that.
No, it wasn't you.
Yeah, it was.
And no, I didn't. I actually didn't. I did the drive-through, Jeff, so I didn't actually see anybody.
So you haven't rummaged the garbage or harassed the senior yet?
No, I didn't do any of those, and I wouldn't do those things.
You're going back tonight. I get you could.
I am going back tonight because I've got to look. I'm wired to play. I want to play. Like I still
You
have,
spent
like,
$35 today. You're going back tonight to spend how much more, you think?
not much more, maybe 10, 15 more bucks.
Okay,
No,
so hold on. You're at $50 for today, and you've won a free English muffin. So
and a bunch of prizes, or a bunch of properties. I'm set at all kinds of spots already, at the red spots.
okay, so
I have
all
I
you
have orange.
what you have won so far, you won an English muffin. What's an English muffin? Like 89 cents?
Yes, I also want a free 4-hour course to some online place.
What?
Yeah, I'd have never heard of it before. It's like some free online course. Apparently, there's 1.2 million of these courses available in the game. I won one of those.
Okay, I can't speak to that or what its value may be. Maybe that's the most expensive thing that you can win. But right now you're down $49 and you've increased your risk of heart disease by 17%.
I didn't eat all the food.
Oh, what?
You know this. I don't eat all the food.
You're
with it.
throwing away food.
I eat until I'm satisfied.
What do
and
you
then
do with
I
the
get rid
food?
of it. Throw it out.
So you're the same person who won't run a shower for 3 seconds to allow the hot water to come on because that's wasteful. You're going to buy food and fucking throwing it in the garbage?
Well, but water is a natural resource that I'm talking about McNuggets here. That's not quite the same thing. How many McNuggets can one person eat at lunchtime?
I'm sure
How
that there's a
many
lot of
fries
people,
can
Tim,
one person
out there who would, enjoy to have some food that you're just throwing in the trash.
I had this idea that during McDonald's Monopoly, McDonald's should have it set up so that you can go through the drive-through, whatever, and purchase 6 meals, but only get one, and then the money for the 5 others gets donated to charity, and you get the sticker.
Do you know
Like,
why?
they have
Do
the
you
wrong-
know why that didn't occur to them or anyone besides you? Because not everyone is a fucking addict.
Well, no, not everybody.
I always thought that the bar room slot machines that you can play was the lowest addiction you can have, beyond like the people who like rip off the thing to try to get their cherries at the like convenience store. This is the single lowest addiction you can have, and it's bad. You need help.
It's not an addiction.
You just talked about the
I think it's an
thrill of
addiction.
playing.
That's what the slogan for this year's contest is.
You said you weren't gonna play, and then you went on the first lunch of the first day.
Well, I said
Because
I
you're
don't know how
addicted.
long I can last, and then Pat said, "Well, you might as well go."
Pat said you might as well go. Like
Yes,
it
he
didn't dawn
did.
on you.
I'm not.
That's
blaming
your
you.
scapegoat. Pat
There's no
said.
scapegoat. There's no scapegoat. I make my own choices, but look, it also makes me really happy to play. It's
Then-
thrilling. It's fun,
Good for you.
and I'm going to win big. And then when I do, and my name's on those TV commercials, and people get to see me with the car or whatever, like then who will look like a fool, huh?
When was the last time that they actually hold on?
man.
Well, when did they actually last run one of those McDonald's winners commercials? 1997?
I think they run it every year. within a couple of
Oh,
weeks.
no. You think that they do because you saw it in the 90s at one point. When was the last time
No,
you
but
actually saw one?
I remember. I thought last year, like after a couple of weeks in.
Do you
It was the-
now? Can you
they were
confirm that?
advertising
Can you
McDonald's
confirm
Monopoly.
that that's the case?
No, I can't. I'm going off of what I believe. Off of what I remember.
So you're
That I
living your
think is-
truth.
Look, it's the most popular board game in the world at the most popular restaurant in the world. I'm not doing anything unusual or fringe or strange. I'm doing something that millions of Canadians are going to be doing. Millions upon millions. It's fun. It's exciting. It's not an addiction. I don't have to do it. I just like doing it. It's not hurting anybody. It's not an addictive thing.
Tim, people who do heroin also love doing heroin. It doesn't make it not an addiction.
This is not an addiction.
I
Again,
love
after her
I
release,
love smoking cigarettes. I understand I am addicted to cigarettes. It's not good for me. I know that. I can't help myself. Although I do enjoy when I smoke. It's part of the thing. But
I'm
it's
only
horrible.
gonna most days are just gonna be coffee runs. I'll buy like 4 coffees.
You
or
say
5
that now,
coffees.
you're spending $50 on day one. You're gonna have
That
no
was
money.
opening day.
You're
It
gonna,
was
you're
opening
gonna have
day, I
you're
gotta
gonna have
say.
no money left in order to do
His
this.
opening day, he's got to fill the board. He's got to fill this board. He can't
Well,
have
that's it,
a
right?
barren board.
That's it. I have an empty board and I got excited and it's opening day and there's all these deals and I had never used the app before to order things and I got overwhelmed. But look, it was first day. So it won't be
The
like that
ladies
tomorrow.
know because I've bragged. I mean, I don't play this game, but your relationship with the staff that you hold so fondly, like they know Timmy Tuggs is here for Monopoly for 2 days.
So first, no one calls me that. Secondly, I have to shake up my orders for the month of October because the things I usually order are not Monopoly things. So it'll take them a while, I think, to see me order things I don't usually order.
The only thing that they would think is, hey, that insane person's back again for the 3rd time today.
Well, I guarantee you that McDonald's has tons of people who are regulars. And when I say regulars, I don't mean once a week. I mean 1 to 3 times a day regulars.
I would say that you are correct on that because there are the people at almost every McDonald's ever that like have their spot at McDonald's when you walk in. Like if you've ever been
a lady near me.
yeah, like if you've been into a McDonald's, like you go like what? It's like the guy that I always see at the gym. I'm like, man, we always come at the same times. Then it occurs to me, it's like, no, I don't come all that often. He's just always here. That's kind of the thing. Like when you walk into a McDonald's and you only go once every 2 months or once every 3 months, or maybe you go once every 2 weeks, whatever it is, and there's always the same person there. You guys aren't on the same schedule. They're just always there.
And me and like my friends behind the counter make fun of that lady together, but for all I know, they're also making fun of me. So it's a dangerous web.
Yeah. That's going to be Tim. He's going to have a spot at McDonald's just carved out for him. He'll have his own ass groove and everything.
I would love to have my own spot at a place like McDonald's, like sort of like Norm's bench or Norm's stool in Cheers.
That's really
You pay
sad.
the cover. Like during Monopoly, you should have a reserve spot.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, last year I had to go on a detox after McDonald's Monopoly, but then I couldn't because then they made the EMMs 2 for $5, and it was too good of a deal.
Yeah, like we
So
said,
it took me another month.
Yeah.
And then I really did go on a detox.
yeah, you're the unpaid Morgan Spurlock.
I just look. I went a little overboard today, but that won't be every day. Tomorrow, maybe I'll go once or twice, and I won't go for big orders. And then on Friday, I'll probably go once or twice, but again, for small orders, maybe a hash brown and a coffee or 4 coffees. And that's it.
4 coffees.
I might as well get them.
Have you pre-ordered from your app yet?
No, I don't like doing that. I'd rather be there in person to do that.
Well, why? You know what you're getting. You know what has the stickers. This way, you didn't have to worry about the drive-thru. You can just show up and they bring you the stuff outside.
Well, fair enough. I haven't done that. I'm sort of good with just going
So
through
you
the
make
drive-thru.
them scan the coupon like in the drive-through.
Yeah, you just hold your phone out and they just scan it real quick. It has one of those QR codes.
I know what it is, but you're okay. Whatever.
All right, I think that went. It sounds like you have a good grasp on reality. I'll give you that.
Yes, I do.
So self-aware.
Yes.
I am self-aware. I'm very aware.
You don't see how this doesn't sound insane?
It's not insane. I'm playing a game that everybody plays.
No, that's called like Sudoku in the paper.
Look, Jeff, I take McDonald's Monopoly very seriously. You know this. This is like a highlight of my year, is that the ability, like, I love it. It makes me feel like I'm doing something important.
Listen, I encourage people to do anything that makes them feel happy and feel alive. And you're so rich, you can afford this
No.
premium item habit.
I am a man of the people, and the commoners enjoy this game. It's at the most popular restaurant. It's the most popular game.
No, you're an elitist. You're playing the game unfairly. The common man randomly gets McDonald's for lunch, makes a couple pulls here and there. You're in some intense competition. The common man is laughing at you.
No, they look up to me.
Yeah, the common man isn't dropping $3.50 a week at McDonald's. I hate to tell you.
I'm not going to drop $3.50 a week at McDonald's. I told you that. Like,
You also told us you weren't going to play.
like, you know how people, like, if they know they're going to go to Vegas, like, set aside a certain amount of money to take to them to Las Vegas?
Yeah, and then they end
I
up
would,
spending like
set
10,
aside.
and they end up maxing out their credit card, then can't tell their wife, and are still paying
Well-
it off to this day. If you're watching,
Sometimes. But I, like, set aside some money that is going to be McDonald's Monopoly specific money.
so how much money do you have set aside for McDonald's Monopoly?
I don't want to say. 'Cause
Say it.
Sounds
Say
embarrassing.
it.
No, I don't want to.
Is it over under $1,000?
It's exactly 1,000. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to spend that much. In fact, I'm probably not going to spend that much but it's a month. And so like 30 days, 30 times 30 is 900. So I'm probably not going to get to that 1,000 mark. But like, if I want to like go out and like cater an event somewhere with a bunch of friends and we just do McDonald's so I can have all the stickers, like maybe it gets to that.
You realize that once, like, let's say on Sunday, you come over to Mayo Media Network headquarters, you get McDonald's for everyone. You give me the fries. They're my fucking stickers now, pal.
What if I take the stickers off before you get the fries?
You can get the fuck out of the house.
What if I ask you for the stickers?
You can't have them. They're mine.
Oh, but I want them.
So you only did something nice for you.
No. You're getting free food.
Am I? I'm not getting everything that comes with it. You've taken stuff out of it.
I just took look, I'll ask you for the stickers. If you really, really want the stickers, I suppose you can keep them. But,
Well, I'll just burn them. I won't even open them.
but what if they're going to give me like a set?
Well, that's unfortunate. You should have kept that thing of fries.
You're mean. Anyway, I set aside 1,000. I don't expect to spend that kind of money on McDonald's this month. I really don't. It even sounds bad when you say it out loud.
No
That
shit.
makes
No
me feel
shit.
so much better about like how much money I'm putting on Patrick Reed this week. This guy's got 1,000 for McDonald's.
We have our gambling budgets. He has his McDonald's Monopoly budget.
Like,
But it's not going to, like I said, I'm almost certainly not going to come close to spending that amount of money.
Well, you're on pace to go over it by a lot.
I know, but that won't be the everyday thing. My goal is if we could be shrewd and spendthrift and keep it to $500, that'd be fine.
Well, good luck. This is not an addiction, you say, right?
No, it's just I'm just having fun. And I got multiple texts and tweets and messages from people today saying, happy McDonald's Monopoly Day, enjoy the day. You must be real excited. The Jets got a big win. Now Monopoly starts. Like, people know the sorts of things that put smiles on my faces. And so for all of you who reached out in various ways, thank you. It's not go unnoticed.
All right, let's get to this late set of games. It is Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend, so I'm going to be coming home and eating turkey with my family and missing a really good. I mean, I'll have the games on here, but not, I won't have the TV wall.
You're doing your Thanksgiving on Sunday? Who does Thanksgiving on Sunday?
People who have to work on Monday?
Most people don't work on Monday. It's the
Tim.
holiday.
Tim. Guess who works on fucking Mondays?
Some people do.
Who would you say that you're talking to that works on Mondays?
Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying.
We don't all have jobs where we have to work for 3 hours a week and pretend that we work 40.
My family always did Thanksgiving on Mondays.
We never did it on Mondays. We always did it on Sundays.
Jeff?
Sundays, to be honest, I think Sunday dinner.
Yeah. It makes it easier. People who actually work for a living, they have to work on Mondays.
It was always Monday at lunchtime. That was our Thanksgiving.
Really, shockingly enough, the rest of the world isn't like your fucking family, Tim.
Well, this just seems like Thanksgiving Day is the Monday, so you should have it. It's like having your big Christmas dinner on the 24th.
Which we do. We also open. I know this is unusual, but we open our presents on Christmas Eve evening so we can sleep in. We might not do that anymore. I was the youngest person in the family for 33 years, so once you don't have kids around, people just want to sleep in on Christmas Day.
I guess I like to get up early.
Yeah, because you're like a little kid.
No, I'm not.
You are. You have the taste buds and the interest of a little kid. So I'm not shocked you love to wake up early on Christmas and open presents as a 34-year-old man.
Well, I just like to get up early and have my coffee and my cinnamon buns. And anyway, my point being, I didn't realize you were doing Thanksgiving on Sunday. So I have several things that I want to discuss. And
people want to know how much money that you've spent on McDonald's so far.
All right. Let's start with the McDonald's update. It's like $170 at this point.
Jesus Christ.
Which, seems bad, but it was like 75 or 80 right out of the chute the first 2 days. So it calmed itself down
Oh yeah.
somewhat. But including today, which is day 8, I think it's about 175-ish. And now I am officially set in every single spot on the board. All I need now is the rare one in each case to win. So that's where I am right now.
So now you need the hard ones, the ones that they don't make.
So this
any
is
of.
my opportunity to address the comment from the Friday show, which was Rob said, what I don't understand is that these pieces aren't all equally available and that some are incredibly rare. Believe it or not, I have a couple of graduate degrees and I do understand how this works. And I have been playing McDonald's Monopoly a while. I know how rare it is. And it's the rarity of it that makes the whole thing go. That's why it's fun. I get that it's next to impossible to win the big prizes. That doesn't matter to me in the least, that it's really hard. The first thought that came to my mind is back in my graduate days when I read Albert Camus' Le Mythe de Sisyphe, the Myth of Sisyphus, where he talked about Sisyphus, this Greek character in mythology who tied down death and prevented death from escaping. And when death did escape, his punishment for all eternity was to have to push a boulder up a hill forever. And as soon as the boulder reaches the pinnacle of the mountain, he has to watch it roll down the mountain, and he's got to walk to the bottom, and he's got to push that boulder up the mountain again. That's his fate for all eternity. And Camus argued that life is absurd and that every human being really wants some sort of answer or explanation or purpose, and the universe doesn't usually provide any purpose. And so all you can look for is the struggle. And that's all that how you can find meaning in an absurd world. So I actually wrote down that quote because I remembered it was La lutte elle-même vers le sommet suffit à remplir un cœur d'homme. Il faut imaginer Sisyphe heureux, which means the struggle itself towards the pinnacle or the summits, that's enough to fill the heart of man. And so we need to imagine Sisyphus as happy. Camus' point is that Sisyphus is a really happy person because he knows that despite the absurdity of his punishment, the struggle itself is meaningful. The struggle is all that can be understood. And so we can understand him as happy. That's what happiness is for Albert Camus. And so it should be for us when we talk about McDonald's Monopoly. It's the struggle itself. It's that fight for that super rare piece, knowing it's unlikely to ever be mine, knowing that even when I go on the McDonald's Monopoly boards, people are not going to have the rare pieces that I'm looking for. They all have the pieces I do. It's a fight. It's a battle. But nevertheless, that's the meaningfulness of it. That's what makes it so fun, is the hunt and the chase. And I understand how hard it is. And notwithstanding that hardness is why I love it so much.
You could have just said, I'm Tim Andercust. I'm addicted to gambling. But the thing in gambling I'm addicted to is one that you can't win, thus making it the stupidest thing alive. Also, did you say you're on message boards for McDonald's Monopoly?
They exist.
And you're on them.
Like a trade. They're trades, right? Like for trading.
The problem is people go on there for two reasons. One is to gloat about some prize that they've won, which, great, I guess. But the other one is
would you go on to the message boards and gloat if you won?
Probably. But the other part is people who are looking for the rare pieces. Well, we're all looking for the rare pieces. If you got one of the really rare pieces and you knew it, and you were going to win $1,000 or $5,000 if you get the two unrare ones, you would just go to McDonald's every day, 3 times a week until you acquired those pieces and spent a few $100, and you'd be on to the good side of things. So why would anyone trade one of the good pieces to people who don't have the good pieces? So it doesn't seem like that's going to work. I was more interested to see if there are certain strategies you could pick up or whatever.
What would be the strategy?
Well, like, are certain times of day better? Like, if you're using
why would a certain time of day be better? When Rob said you don't understand what's going on, this is what he was talking about.
Oh, I understand just how hard it is and just how unlikely. 1 in a million, 1 in 5 million, 1 in 10 million, 1 in 50 million. Those are my odds. And that's what makes it so darn fun, is that it's so unlikely. And if I were to hit it, my goodness, how excited. I almost thought I won today and how excited I was.
Tell people what happened. Tell people what happened when you thought you won.
So I bought this morning some breakfast and I'm driving home and I'm at a red light. So I rip off the stickers to see. how I did. And I got the RMHC, the Ronald McDonald Charity House for Alberta. And I was like, oh my God, I know I don't have that. That's a rare piece. I just won a bunch of money. And so I was so excited, I dropped my Egg McMuffin on the floor of my car and then had to throw out the English muffin part and hold the sausage and egg and cheese in my finger, between my two fingers, and then chew it and swallow it without being able to touch the English muffin, because the English muffin touched the floor, and I'm certainly not eating that. So then I get home, and while I'm driving, I'm thinking about what's the tweet I'm going to send out, what's the victory lap I'm going to take in the thread. I was very excited. Then I get home, I open up the board, I stick my sticker where it isn't. Well, there's a third HRMC, which I didn't know. That's not regular Monopoly that there were 3 of these, but there are 3 of these. I didn't realize it. And so it's not Alberta that I need. It's a different one that I need. And I was like, oh, man, I thought I hit big. But I didn't hit big. But if I do hit big, my goodness, I'll be so excited.
Okay, I have a few thoughts.
Go ahead.
One, I don't think this segment has saved the show yet, unfortunately. 2, you've just made it pretty clear. If you want to be a serious Monopoly player, it's pretty much $175, $200 cover charge to sort of get your board filled.
Those are the table stakes.
Yeah, so to enter Tim's level, your cover charge, we'll call it 200, right? We'll call it $200 is the cover charge to play.
I don't remember if this was revealed on the show or not, or he revealed this to us in real life, but he keeps his game board under his mattress.
I do. I keep it under my mattress only because I know it's always that way. I always know where it is. There's no risk of losing it. There's no risk of it being misplaced anywhere. It doesn't actually get jumbled up with garbage.
You live by yourself.
So it goes under the mattress so it never gets mistaken. Yes, that's where I keep it.
Jeff, he also, also as a follow-up to that, when he goes to McDonald's, he steals more game boards so other people can't use them and use them for their pieces.
I don't steal them. I make sure that there's a game board attached to the meal that I'm getting. And 95% of the time it's attached, but once in a while you have to ask for a game board, just to make sure that it's a zero-sum game. The fewer game boards in circulation
on Monopoly, but you don't even play your parlays.
Well, I do.
Do you?
Yes, but
show us the ticket. Show us the bet you made on this one.
We're talking about Monopoly here.
Yeah, show us the receipt on last week's teaser. Let's see the win.
I've shown you tickets in the past, and then you guys have laughed at me. Oh, you bet a golfer when he's leading after 2 rounds. Ha, ha, ha. You're a loser. Like that. Has that not happened? Of course it's happened.
Yeah, but you won this one. Show it to us.
No, I'm not going to.
So it never happened. Okay, continue.
I didn't say it did happen. I just said I usually bet them. Doesn't mean I bet them
So
every week.
You can just say I didn't bet it.
This week I didn't. No, I'm not. I didn't say that I did. I didn't say that I did.
It's probably why it won. Didn't bet it.
Here's the thing. People who are like, oh, I don't understand what you're doing. We all have our silly, nonsensical, Sisyphean task where we know we're not going to win or succeed. You're collecting stamps, knowing you're probably never going to get that super rare stamp, or collecting coins, knowing it's very unlikely you get that super rare coin, or whatever it is you like to do with your pastime. Don't cast judgment on me just because I'm playing a game that I can win at. It's what I enjoy. I like it. It's a lot of fun to me. Like this year's slogan is the thrill of playing. And again, it perfectly encapsulates that experience for me. It's thrilling. You have your own thrills. You have your own things you enjoy. That's fine. I don't cast judgments on that, but don't cast judgments on me. I will cast judgments on people like Geoff, who doesn't know how to eat at a Vegas buffet and doesn't know good food at Tim Hortons at all. Just makes claims that are completely untrue.
Before we get into this, because I feel like we've been over this in the past. Did you say you didn't eat? You dropped the Egg McMuffin on the floor of your car and you didn't pick it up and eat it? You had no 5-second rule there?
I didn't eat the English muffin part.
Sorry, you dainty fuck. Eat that.
It's your car. You take 1 second.
How dirty is your fucking car?
Great question.
A person is stepping and walking on things, and then the soles of their shoes are on the mats.
Did you drop it on the pedal of the car?
No.
So you dropped it on the part where you never put your foot.
Of course you do when you're getting into the car and getting yourself situated.
Hold on. I want to stand up here. So when you get into a car, this is the seat in the car, and you get in the door, you put 2 feet right next to the seat, sit down and go like this, do you? Is that how you get into a car? That's how you do it?
Basically, you drag your foot along the ground of the mat.
Geoff, have you ever gotten into a car that way?
No, but I don't care. I would eat if you pick that thing up, 1, 2, 3 steamboats, like you're good,
That's
buddy.
not how that works. That is not a thing. That thing is covered in nasty germs, and I will not eat it.
Imagine
You're eating McDonald's. You've already accepted.
You know what? You want to eat floor English muffins? You go right ahead.
Not
That's a free country. I'm not doing that. I paid for it. I don't want to eat it. That once it touches the floor, it's no longer food for me.
Yes,
and
this also goes into Tim's buffet take, Geoff, that he was talking about, that you have to max out at a buffet to really get your money's worth, when Tim is also buying food and throwing it in the trash at the same time. Which one is it?
It's both. I was raised. I'm not wasting it. It is trash once it hits the floor. It is trash.
You were talking about throwing out McDonald's last week, throwing food in the trash just to get the stickers.
In the compost, so it's being composted, and when you just can't, it's like things like the fries or the hash brown. You just can't eat no more. I'm sorry, you can't.
Maybe order less. Maybe this is all one and the same thing.
Then you don't get the stickers. Which is the whole point of going. Anyway, my problem was Geoff just had a different upraising than I did. From being a little boy, I was raised when we went to an amusement park. We got there the second the amusement park opened, and we didn't leave till the second the amusement park closed. And the lesson was that you're supposed to get every single dime out of that experience.
Well,
when I ate dinner at home, I was required to eat every single morsel on my plate. And if I really was full and couldn't eat it, then it would be put in the fridge and I'd eat it again the next day because I was eating everything on that plate. I wasn't getting away with only eating some of my food. We went out to eat. Usually we went to places that had buffets. I was taught to either, if it's a buffet, you maximize and get every dime out of that meal you can, or if you go to a fast food place, order off the dollar menu and maximize about. That's how I was raised, to live a plus EV life when it comes to these sorts of things.
That is a minus EV life because you've eaten past the point. EV. No, it's not, because you've eaten. This is the reason that parents shouldn't tell kids things like that, because it creates horrible dietary and eating habits, creates a very unhealthy relationship with food, and then it's basically gluttony. You're eating well past the point that you're actually full. Just eat until you're full. Then you're good to go.
But it's a buffet. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
That's fine. You don't have to. When you say all-you-can-eat, it's not so you sit there and then you can't move. You were telling Geoff about this in fucking Vegas. Geoff wants to go out and do things, not lay on the ground like a fucking whale for 6 hours.
When I went to Vegas, both times I've been to buffets in Vegas, I left when I was very uncomfortably full because
That's
I knew.
Disgusting.
Why would you want to be uncomfortably full? Who likes that? No one.
Because I have self-respect and I am not leaving money on.
You know what? It sounds like you have the opposite of self-respect.
You have I have self-respect. I'm the person.
We're looking at me in the Luxor buffet with huge eyes behind when I just kept grabbing things over and over again.
I go to the buffet and I know it's a negative EV move, but I enjoy the variety. I enjoy getting a bit of everything instead of having to pick one entree. That's what I like out of the buffet. The last thing I want to do in Vegas is not be incapacitated and need an electric scooter.
Oh yeah, but look, man, you go on the floor and the tables are all rigged for the house and the slots are all rigged for the house and everything's rigged for the only place in that whole GD casino where the odds are in your favor is at the buffet. It's in your hands. It's $45 and there's prime rib and there's good meats and there's good cheeses. And you can go ahead and beat the house and feel good and proud about yourself that you got every dime out of that buffet. I'm only happy when I leave a buffet if I believe I've eaten at least as much as the money I've shelled out. I have that kind of self-respect that I'm just not going to allow.
None. The answer is none. When you keep saying that, but you don't realize how ridiculous that sounds.
It's how I was raised.
I would never.
Tim, if you were raised that way, that's fine. You're no longer 8 years old.
Okay, but you know what? Those lessons, once learned,
they're bad lessons.
I don't know that
they're horrible, horrible lessons.
It's a lesson about frugality and shrewdness.
No, it's not. It's a lesson about gluttony.
Well, it's not gluttonous if you're only doing it a couple of times a year. You go to Vegas. You go to Vegas.
But it's not just Vegas. You went to any buffet. You said you did that.
anytime we went to a buffet, yes, the goal was to eat more food than the money I spent. Absolutely.
Yeah,
that is right.
Here's the thing. If you call that a plus EV move, it's not. Anytime that you go to a restaurant, it is a minus EV move because you could have got that food far cheaper, regardless of the restaurant, at home.
So why not then maximize the only tool at your disposal, which is your ability to eat, to try to take the biggest bite out of that? I just don't understand. I don't understand the mindset. It's like, oh, I'm going to spend $50 on a buffet and I'm going to get this cheap little croissant and a little spoonful of eggs or whatever. And, oh, but I always like variety, right? Like sometimes I hit on 16 against a 7 against the house. And other times I stick against 16 with 7 against the house because I just like variety. That's me. I just want to try everything. No, the goal is to win.
But everything that you've talked about in terms of winning is just you winning at either diabetes or heart disease.
Oh, please stop saying that. It's about making
You're
sure
eating at McDonald's 1.5 times per day at the moment. You're talking about going to a buffet and eating so much you physically cannot move anymore. Like, that's a real problem.
Am I doing 2-a-days at McDonald's right now? Yes, but it's for a purpose. And sometimes it's just coffees and DCs or milkshakes. Like, it's nothing unhealthy. I'm not going for food.
You don't think milkshakes are unhealthy there, pal?
Well, they're not as unhealthy as like the deep fried French fries.
No, you're right. They're worse for you.
You have pallets of DCs at home, yet you're rolling through Duke's to pick up a fountain DC.
Because it has stickers. Yes. Did you not just hear me explain that I'm engaged in a Sisyphean task that makes me happy?
No, like we said, you are addicted to both McDonald's and the lowest form of gambling possible.
I'm not addicted to McDonald's. When the contest is over,
really?
I won't go back.
Really? Because a week ago it was, I'm not even going to go. Tim, can you go the entire time at McDonald's Monopoly without going to McDonald's? Yeah, absolutely. 3 hours into it, you've broken. Now you've been 13 times in 7 days.
Well, but you encouraged me to break when you said, well, if you're not going to make it, you might as well go from the start.
So you're saying that I'm an enabler. You're blaming me for your problems.
I'm not. First, I don't think it's a problem.
Oh, God.
Secondly, I'm not blaming anybody for anything. I'm saying that I put in the legwork to get the board set. Week 1 is about setting the table. I've done that. The next 3 weeks are about, again, if you're in the Monopoly business as I am, and you're trying to win, then I put all the cards on the table the best I can. Now it's up to chance and fate and dedication. Like I said to you, I know it sounds crazy, but I've been working so hard at it this year. I feel like I'm going to win. Like, I feel like I'm close. Like, I can taste it. Like, I'm almost there. Maybe I won't. Maybe it'll be another letdown. Maybe I'm like Linus in the pumpkin patch, waiting for the great pumpkin to appear. I don't know. But I'm willing to take that dare and try because I feel like if I get a winner, and it's funny thing is this year, most of the prize, I don't want any of those prizes. That's the funny thing. I want almost none of those prizes, but it's just I want to win. I'm a competitive person by nature. I like to win. And maybe that's where we're differing here. Well, you're a competitive person too, so I don't know why you would denigrate somebody's desire to win and get like credit for like winning like a big prize, even a small prize, like that person on Twitter who won the coffee.
That would be like saying, "Hey, I'm a very skillful person. I hit 4 out of 6 numbers in the lottery." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're playing a game, a legitimate game of chance. You have no, you have you have no effect on its outcome.
Well, the only effect I have is a frequency with which I play.
That is true, but the odds are so steep, and maybe you just don't understand numbers, that if I went once and played, I would still have almost mathematically the same amount of chance of winning as you do.
Correct, but if I go twice, I still have double the chance.
Yeah, but it's still so insignificantly low that it's still about the same.
Oh yeah, no disputing that. It's like I said, it's 1 in a 5 million shot, maybe.
It's more than that.
And I'd have it no other way.
We have yet to get to the highlight of Monopoly season, Pat, from a content perspective.
When he starts going to other McDonald's when they run out?
Yes. Later in the week, where Tim's like staple McDonald's are now out of pieces, and he's scouring the province for board pieces.
Well, yeah, if you don't think I will do that, you're very mistaken. That is exactly what I am going to do. And I have a staple McDonald's, like a home field advantage. But I've been to several already since, just to shake things up.
You already have your itinerary planned for when like they're out of pieces.
Yeah, like yesterday was Canadian Thanksgiving. I volunteered to pick up my grandmother and drop her back off just because that gave me an opportunity to get stickers on the way out and stickers on the way back.
Oh, you went twice on Thanksgiving?
Well, yeah, but I got coffees both times. Well, actually, I got a milkshake once and coffee the other time.
How many calories do you think are in a McDonald's? What size of
Hold on,
milkshake
did you
are
get
you
a
getting?
milk? You got a milkshake on your way or after Thanksgiving dinner?
On my way.
Unbelievable.
I wanted it was a strawberry one. It was a medium, so it wasn't that big. I bet you it was like 150 calories.
In a small chocolate shake from McDonald's.
This was not small. This was a medium strawberry.
All right, so in a small chocolate shake from McDonald's, that has 530 calories.
What? Oh my God.
It's fucking ice cream, Tim.
530?
In a
I
small.
figured that, like fruit flavored, it would be like less unhealthy for you than like a burger. It was strawberry. I thought of the three, strawberries the
What do you
healthiest.
think that is? What do you think makes it strawberry, man?
I assume they have like real strawberry juice in it or something. And I just figured, well, I'll get the fruit one because that's probably the least caloric, and I'll get a medium.
The vanilla one is probably the least caloric.
The vanilla one, a medium vanilla shake from McDonald's, has 630 calories in it.
What about the strawberry?
720.
What? Oh my God. Now I feel bad about myself.
Before Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
This is what you feel bad about yourself for?
Well,
you know what's going to get really pathetic when we do get to the end of all of this, and then last year someone told you that they allocate certain prizes for different provinces, and you leave the province to go to a different McDonald's. Maybe you'll hit up 2 different ones to go to McDonald's. That is going to be pathetic.
We're not there yet, but yes, and I got coffee on the way back here, so I got to hit up McDonald's twice yesterday, and I hit different ones each time.
And bro, if you want to send me $50, I'll eat McDonald's and hook you the pieces through the week here.
$50 is not enough. Oh, you mean in addition to me also playing?
Yeah, like you play, but I have Toronto locations, like middle of Toronto. It's a prime city, buddy.
Yeah, but Cam made the point last week on the show, and he's right. And I hadn't thought about that.
Why would you say? Hold on. Before you say what it is, why do you assume he's right?
It just seems like he would have his ear to the ground on these sorts of things. That the bigger cities don't have the big prize winners. That the big prizes tend to come from smaller provinces and places. And so, because do you really want the person winning the big Chevrolet to be in downtown Toronto? No, not really. You'd rather them not be in Toronto. So
yeah, but how do you think people feel when Tim Too Rich wins a new GMC pickup?
Which I don't even want, and I would just sell.
You'd throw it in the garbage, just like his fries.
No, I would not do that. But like, I'd sell it or whatever, or take the cash equivalent. Not anyway. Point being, and I don't know really where we're going with this, other than this is the week. I don't know if people want an update on this every week till it's over or not, but this is sort of where we are right now.
Well, we've now done 2 shows on this, and we've now gone, I think, like 25 minutes on this, and in an attempt to save this horrible show, but it didn't work. It just made it sadder, to be perfectly honest.
I think
also, don't forget after McDonald's, after Monopoly, when Tim thinks he's out of the woods, they usually run the 2 for $5 Egg McMuffin promo.
I know.
So he goes right back in.
But he's not,
he's
not addicted. He's not addicted.
Well, no, but the thing is, like, they start to put the 2 for $5 on. You're like, man, I was spending so much more for the last month. And like, you sort of get the taste for McDonald's breakfast after a while. You're like,
so you get addicted to it?
It's so happy. No, not an addiction. It's not an addiction, but like, and again, I've told you, going to McDonald's in the morning is basically not even going.
It doesn't count. It's like calories. Calories at an
doesn't count.
Yeah, it's like calories at an airport. It doesn't count.
The hash browns are very small. They have very, very little calories in them.
Oh
The Egg McMuffin.
What are you talking?
The Egg McMuffins can't be good for you.
There's probably more calories in the hash brown than the milkshake.
No.
The hash browns are. They're potato, which is good for you. And
potatoes aren't great for you to begin with, and they're fucking deep fried, Tim.
Yeah, but they're very thin.
How many calories do you think are in a McDonald's hash brown?
180.
Yeah, you are. It's 160 actually.
There you go.
Actually, no. Sorry.
That's
I'm sorry.
healthier than I thought.
That's wrong. It's 262.
Okay, so that's a bit steeper than I thought.
Remember when
I
you
can't
said you were going to
believe
try to be around like 2,000 calories a day? It doesn't seem like you're achieving that.
But these are the only things I'm eating.
All you're eating is, so you're getting zero nutrients. You're just eating at McDonald's these days.
Well, yesterday, no, because it was Thanksgiving. But other than that, it's mostly just been McDonald's most days.
Oh my God. You might
So
get,
I'm still
might-
well under the 2,000 a day mark.
I don't know. I mean, if you're eating hash browns and milkshakes, that's basically there.
I had one milkshake because I thought I was actually making the healthy choice. Now
So
I feel like
so what you're saying
now I
is
feel
that
like
you're shooting for 2,000 calories a day when you measure calories by what you think are calories.
Yeah, this is like we had that chat about the pumpkin spice hummus that I bought, where I tried to scoop out what I thought was 50 grams. Then
Yeah.
you asked me how I
And
knew it was that, and I eyeballed it.
Yeah, and you probably put in like 250.
Well, I don't know. It seemed like it was 50 grams.
How would you know what 50 grams of hummus is?
Well, I mean, it's 50 grams of anything should weigh about the same.
Yes, I agree with you on that, but just the way that is distributed would be completely different compared to something that was denser.
You're right.
Hold on. How many graduate degrees do you have again?
I have 2 graduate degrees and an undergraduate degree.
And you can't figure this out? Was this not a part of the
Not that I can't-
curriculum?
Not that I can't figure it out. It's just I like
You
to
don't want
trust
to.
my
You want to live your truth because you don't want to know the fucking answer.
No, I trust my instincts. They very rarely steer me wrong.
Oh my God, do you really believe that?
Sure, if I did not believe that, of course I don't know. If everybody trusts their instincts.
I don't know if everyone does. You shouldn't. Bad instincts.
No, I have good instincts. I trust myself.
Geoff, you weigh in on this. You be the deciding vote. Good instincts or bad instincts?
Bad.
You got to be like George. Just do the opposite.
No, I can't do that. I have to follow what I believe is true.
You have to live your truth. And
I
we
didn't say
you know what? We commend you on this show for living your truth, Tim. Congratulations.
I don't live my truth. But let's put a pin in Geoff. Then we'll talk about it. It's kind of evergreen, but let's put a pin in Geoff slandering Tim Hortons without talking like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Because I want to confront that later on. Because that was
no one cares about
as
that.
Paul said on Twitter-
But besides
cares.
you, everyone agrees about Tim Hortons. People only go to Tim Hortons because it's fucking convenient and they're
as
everywhere.
Paul
up here.
said on Twitter, Geoff woke up this morning and chose
It's a
violence.
food dump.
No, it's not. So you don't know what you're talking about.
Food
It's
dump.
a beloved
People
coffee.
think that they're
millions
sheep.
and
People
millions.
think that they're sheep on this partisan politics and all this bullshit on U.S. cable news. No, the sheep are the people that are in line at that food dump daily at the
The
door.
coffee is distinctive.
and
It is
disgusting.
nostalgic, and it's delicious. I love it. There's even though it's not the best coffee in the world. There's something about it that when you drink it, like I said, that the sense of nostalgia comes flooding back.
So
into
you're
you.
admitting that it's not good.
Well, I'm not saying it's not good. Is it the
It's not-
best coffee on earth? No,
It's not
I
good.
make better coffee. Do I make better coffee in my French press? Yes, I do. But am I saying that it's not delicious and that I don't love it? Of course it's delicious. Of course I love it.
Okay,
And
so
they make some-
so
they make
I
some
I
good
can't I
food.
don't know. I can't remember if I threw this out like 20 minutes ago now because my mind is being just ravaged by all of this insanity, or if I asked you this before. What food don't you fucking like that you don't think is the best? Everything is the
Well,
best
there's a-
according to you.
No, there's foods I don't care for.
Zucchini.
I don't eat. I'm actually. You've mocked me before for being a picky eater. Like I don't like tomatoes. I don't like raw onions. I don't like milk on its own usually.
It's
Other,
gotta be in a
other
shake.
than in
You gotta
cereal.
shake that. You gotta shake that shit up. Then you're all over it.
Yeah. I don't like mushrooms. I don't like ketchup. I don't like olives.
So there's a lot of vegetables you don't like. It sounds like.
Oh, I love dark green vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts and spinach and kale. Like I like all those things, but I there's other things I just don't care for.
All right, you may want to mix a few of those into your diet here if you're only eating McDonald's every day. Is all I'm saying to you.
Well, this is why they should have it on this, and I've said this. They should have these stickers on the salads and on the yogurt parfaits and on the
yeah, but
oatmeal.
they don't
for
get
breakfast.
you hooked on that stuff.
But I would buy that stuff too. And like those of us who are hardcore go in, and like that person that Geoff saw on Twitter, that person that got $50 worth of food also on day one at McDonald's. Like those of us who are 2-a-days spending decent coin to try to win this thing, it'd be nice if you gave us some healthy options as well to win with. It's not like you're making less money. I'll buy your $7 apple pecan salad. I'll buy your $4.50 tiny cup of oatmeal and apple. I don't care. I just want the stickers. But give me some options for some cheaper stuff. Or sorry, say healthier stuff, please. I beg of you.
Trying to say, oh, there we go. So you get your Caesar salad. There you go. You can get that. Does that not
Yeah,
have?
I don't think they have Caesar salads, but they have salads there. And I would happily buy some salads if they had stickers. In fact, if anything, if they want to lean into this new, the new age health food eating and whatever, put double stickers on those.
Yeah, McDonald's doesn't really care about that. They just need the optics of caring about that because they know the regulars like you, they're going to get the worst stuff.
Well, but I don't want to. They're making me.
Jesus Christ.
That Mayo experience. Experience.